We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever,
we will do whatever it takes
to accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
From day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
that people live better lives
when they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear.
But you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
Or to feel like MS is the only thing people see.
We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands.
We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard
loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the
very end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion,
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you.
We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.
All right. What's shaking? Good afternoon. It's just afternoon here in the Gettysburg Battlefield, and welcome to another edition of Stream to End MS Warlord Edition. And so we are raising funds to end this illness that has adversely affected my life and the lives of 3 million people. And you can donate to help fund research through the MS Society. Thank you if you do. Thank you if you have donated, all my MS warriors. And good day and good afternoon and welcome to Lunch on the Battlefield. So I'm going to be sharing some vids and some nature and some hikes. What's happening? Good lunchtime. Hey man, tell your brother he wishes he was here. He wishes he was here. Oh, lunchtime on the battlefield. Big Holmes, good to see you, buddy. And welcome to another edition of Stream to End MS for March Together. March to End MS. March is our annual official MS month, and we fundraise for MS. And so Holmes, again, thanks for stopping in, dude. It's good to see you. And I hope you're well. How was your day? Tell me about your day. It's what, 6 o'clock there? It's noon here. It's lunchtime. I'm having breakfast tacos. Eggs, sausage, and cheese with Tabasco. Eggs, sausage, cheese, Tabasco, tortillas. Breakfast of gauchos everywhere. I'm sick as fuck, but I'm doing all right. That's why I laughed at MS, because I'm so sick, but I'm okay. My spirits are good. I'm really ill, but I'm okay. Oh, right on. What did you guys have? And I'm going to show you all a little look around my town today. I'm going to show my video of my walk MS. in Gettysburg here. We're gonna go downtown in Gettysburg and look around in downtown Gettysburg, the most famous, I live in the most famous small town in the United States. The home of the Gettysburg Address, the battle that really freed the slaves, yeah. Oh, dude, that's like the 10th time I've heard roast this week. I can't wait to get to the store next week and get some big pig roast and throw it in my crock pot. Yeah, roast. Sunday roast. Yeah. Sunday roast. I can't wait. Ryko the Dead was in and he had a roast too this week. I missed roast too. Oh yeah, it was beautiful. Right on. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I love it. Right on. Yeah, so I got some eggs and some sausage and some cheese. The only thing I didn't do is sometimes I'll take some waffle fries or steak fries, chop them up, or hash browns, pre-cooked. Throw some hash browns in there. Eggs, sausage, hash browns, cheese, and a burrito. Hell yeah. During the 90s shit, I ate one of those every day on my way to work. My Uncle Jim was a chef, right? My Uncle Jim was a chef and he taught me how to make perfect hash browns. He always told me, he said, take the potatoes, make the hash browns, right? And then he said, nuke them for a couple of minutes, and then freeze them. And then when you cook them in the pan the next day, he said they cook up perfect. Yeah. Yeah, I love me some hash browns too, but it took me a long time to get them where I could cook them just right. And so the video I'm going to show is the MS Society sent me this shirt. They actually sent me 3 shirts because we did 3 Walk MSs. But they sent me this shirt for Walk MS. And I'm going to share some videos from... I have a long ongoing video series on my other YouTube channel, which has a lot to do with multiple sclerosis, my MS journey, field notes from the fringes of the earth, which is a lot of my nature hikes, and it's nature videos and nature hikes around the battlefield, the Appalachians, and all over. And then I have my excursions into the past video series, which is specifically history and living history here in Gettysburg. And so I'll be sharing some videos from those 3 things: Walk MS, field notes from the fringes of the earth, my MS journey, some of my gardening videos, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Right on, let's watch. Hey, when are you streaming again? I love that. I love the shout outs. Yeah, me neither. Do you know why I was granted disability? I will quote the judge. The judge said, Daryl cannot maintain a consistent schedule because of my illnesses. So I really don't know what I'm going to stream. I can't, like, it's hard to commit to. Like, for example, Team MS does stream relays for fundraising for the MS Society. It's hard for me to commit to that because I don't really know. You need a new game? I need a new game to release. Right on. Oh, there's plenty. Shit, dude. Be doing some multiplayer with your brother. I'd love to get in there and play that shit. What he's playing is freaking hard, is pretty tough. I can't see all those enemies at that distance that you guys do. You know, once I practice, I'll get better. That DayZ sounds awesome. I looked at that DayZ and that looks so cool. I love zombie hunt games. I might hunt some zombies tonight at midnight. I was gonna go pass back out, but I wanted to get on and stream and chat, dude, so thanks for the company, thanks for the chat. This is the #1 reason that I got on Twitch just over a year ago, was to chat with people, make friends, commiserate, socialize, camaraderie. The second biggest reason is for this month, March to End MS, cure this fucking illness. I feel like I want to vomit, but I'm okay. Let's see what we have, and I'm gonna play this freaking infomercial. First, and the playlist should be groovy. Everything's looking groovy. Good, that should work. And welcome to my living room. You are welcome to eat with me. Let's see what we can do. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk in the wild side. About this illness that has fucked my life
Multiple
up.
sclerosis is a disease that impacts the brain and spinal cord, which make up the central nervous system.
So I have
that
little white
controls
spots all
everything
over
we
my
do,
brain
whether
because
it's
my
taking
immune
a physical
system's
step
attacking the
or
nerves
solving
on
a
my
complex
brain.
problem. The exact cause of MS is unknown, but we do know that something triggers the immune system to attack the brain
brought it
and
with
spinal
him.
cord. The resulting damage to myelin that insulates wire-like nerve fibers is a disruption of signals to and from the brain. This interruption of communication signals causes unpredictable symptoms such as numbness, tingling, mood changes, memory problems, pain, fatigue, blindness, or paralysis. Everyone's experience with MS is different, and these losses may be temporary or long-lasting. Most people initially have relapsing remitting MS, where they experience attacks of new symptoms followed by periods of time when those symptoms go away partially or completely. Others experience gradual and ongoing loss of function without distinct attacks, which is known as progressive MS. MS can be difficult to diagnose, but once a diagnosis is confirmed by a neurologist who is knowledgeable about MS, there are disease-modifying therapies for reducing attacks and slowing down the damage. Growing evidence suggests that early and ongoing treatment with a disease-modifying therapy is an important defense against future attacks. There are also treatment strategies to address some MS symptoms. Options are still limited for slowing down or stopping progressive MS. Worldwide research is accelerating the discovery of how to slow down or even stop progressive MS, how to repair nervous system damage and restore function, wellness strategies such as exercise and diet that can help people with MS to live their best lives, and the exact cause of MS so that it may be prevented for future generations. To learn more about multiple sclerosis, connect with others to drive research for a cure, and to address the challenges of everyone affected by MS, visit nationalmssociety.org or call 1-800-344-4867.
And thank you if you do. And so I still need to send out some, I need to send out some alerts to my friends and let them know I'm streaming. I spaced on that case. So let's do that now. We could chill and chat, hang out and say, hey, howdy, hey, what do you say? What do you know? What do you do? And how's your day? And I hope your loved ones surround you. Rock and roll. I'll feel better as time goes on. A little bit of food in me, a little bit of meds in me, I'll be doing okay. Yes, yeah, people are having stem cell transplants and surgery done. Yeah. I don't know much about that. I don't. I know a lot about MS, but I don't know a lot about that in particular. But there is a couple of people who do come into the channel, long-time channel hanger-outers, that one of them has had that done. I think it was Bibu. But I still need to post some alerts here right on. Thanks for your patience. Alrighty. Vile. Hey, hey, hey. Dude, right on. How's your day? How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Awesome. I'm just chilling, relaxing, being sick and happy. Sick and happy. I'm changing my name to Sick and Happy. Good to see you, dude. Vile Hand. Such a name for such a nice guy. Sending out some alerts to my friends. And I'll be done in just a second, you guys. And we're going to take a walk. We're going to take a walk MS. We're going to do a couple of walk MSs. I'm going to share some of my videos from walk MS. I'll be feeling better soon. You guys, thanks for the, this is some of the best medicine is the company and the chat and the camaraderie, guys, so thanks. Awesome, awesome. Cool beans. Sending my friends out some messages. What's for lunch, you guys? What's for dinner? I'm having freaking eggs with sausage and cheese and Tabasco and tortillas. Freaking breakfast tacos. Are you kidding me? They're freaking awesome. Oh, they're so good. Oh. Hey, did you guys hear the Secure for MS? It's Reese's Pieces. Now, if I could just get me a 55-gallon drum of Reese's Pieces. Super. Awesome, awesome. All set. What's shaking, you guys? Tell me a song that you listened to today, and if you didn't listen to a song today, shame on you. Interesting. Oh, right on. Cool beans, man. You like Clutch? We'll have to listen to some tunes. Right on. 50 gallon. Red Dead 50 gallon. Believe this guy? Holy cow, Warlord, he's freaking everywhere. Holy shit. Let's check it out. Oh, that must be the one. The Tater song. Tater song. The freaking Tater song. Right? Barlas Scoot, what's shaking? How are you? Hey, hey, what's happening? Good afternoon. Sing the taters, Big Holmes. The taters, baby, taters. Hey, Barlas. I hope I'm saying your name right. Oh, yeah. Taters, sing it. Let's go for a walk, you guys. Welcome to my home. Let's see where we're going. Let's go for a walk across the road in the battlefield. It's gonna lag on me now, probably. It's across the road from my house. Welcome to the Gettysburg Battlefield, and this is the Emanuel Harmon farm, and my cousins, my distant cousins, lived here 165 years ago during the Battle of Gettysburg. And so pretty much every foot, every square foot that you see is a graveyard or a battlefield. One after the other, the former after the latter. So rock and roll. The thing about Gettysburg is this is all preserved. This is nationally preserved, federally preserved, protected land. And so what the Park Service does, and one of the projects that I was instrumental in doing, is reverting all of this nature back to its original preserved
Sunday.
state.
I love this Super Bowl thing because for me what it means is there's no traffic out there and everyone's at home.
Yep, everyone's at the Super Bowl. There's no cars on the battlefield.
If you guys are tuning in, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Back in 1980, my uncle ended up in a wheelchair, a quadriplegic, which means he can't use any of his limbs. If you've ever seen the paintings in my house, my uncle painted those. My Uncle Daryl, he's a quadriplegic. Some of you have met him. But in any event, he moved back to Illinois from Santa Barbara. Try to keep a long story short. 10 years pass, we usher in the computer age. The video age is evolving. So what I started doing in the early 90s.
What I'm talking about is 30 years ago, I built my uncle a PC. My Uncle Daryl, who I'm named after, was a quadriplegic. He had a diving accident, broke his back. He ended up in a wheelchair back in the 70s. And so I built him a computer in 1993. And I turned him on to webcams, and webcams all over the world were starting to become popular. And so my uncle's stuck in the house. He can't really drive, et cetera, et cetera. Isolation, right? Isolation solutions is what this chat's about. And I'm engaged in the same sort of isolation solution right now, being disabled, okay, where I can reach out to Twitch. I can come on to Twitch, and I got a couple of you guys on here chatting within a few minutes. Isolation solution, thanks to technology. And so that's what I helped instigate into my uncle's life, was using technology for socialization. And so he could tell his friends in Santa Barbara, hey, you know, go and stand by the webcam at 3 o'clock, and they could talk on the phone, and they can see each other on webcams all over the world, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's what I was talking about, how that was very, what's the word I'm looking for? It was very liberating, I suppose. You know, turning my uncle onto that technology. And so thanks for coming for some nature walks, guys. And so when I started these hikes,
with them through video and photo, in person.
I started doing chronic
Somebody
hikes
who
here in
is
Gettysburg for
chronically ill.
people who are stuck in their houses until I became stuck in my house.
Enjoy these nature walks. And if you're somebody who's not chronically ill, I hope you come along too. But
A lot of my friends are stuck in the house. A lot of people with MS are stuck in the house just like I am. And so when I was still walking and able, I'd share the beauty that where I live, here in this most famous small town in America.
Have a great rest of your night.
Taters. Dude, I'd love to see you play that. I love a good cowboy game. Lightning struck that. We had a big storm.
Right where the lightning hit it.
I'd totally like to watch you play that. That's a really cool game. I've never played it. I think I played the original Red Dead when it first came out. I played it for like a couple of days. I probably got distracted with something else. But I do like watching. That's a cool game. I love cowboy games. I play, and I will be streaming it probably in the mornings. I'll be streaming Neversoft's Gun. Gun's a retro classic. I love it. I've been playing for years. It's very arcade. It's very old school arcade. Oh, right on, dude. But you should make that last chapter an event. Get your whole community in there. I'll definitely show up for that. Welcome to Gettysburg, guys. And so I was one of the people here in the National Battlefield. We're in the Gettysburg National Battlefield. Okay, this is a national treasure is where I am, the battlefield. And we're in one of the most newly acquired parts of the battlefield. So this is across the street. It's behind the cam. Across the road is where I'm at. I live on the battlefield. It's expensive to live here. I need to find a tent, yeah, on a mountaintop. And it's beautiful, it's preserved. So I was one of the people here in Gettysburg who would decide what goes where and what doesn't. What is historical and what isn't historical. What was here during the battle and what was not here during the battle. At a lot of different historical properties. And so that's what a historical preservationist, botanist, ecologist does. And I got my start at Virginia Tech back in the 90s in ecology and agronomy. Horticulture, botany are words you're probably more familiar with. Now this pond was not here during the Battle of Gettysburg. After the Battle of Gettysburg around World War II, this part of the battlefield was purchased. It was turned into a country club and it was a golf course where President Eisenhower used to go golfing. So President Eisenhower lived here in Gettysburg and President Eisenhower owned 6 small farms. And he used to golf here, and his children and him, they used to swim here at the country club. There's a pool, and there's a restaurant, and that sort of thing here on this part of the property. 10 years ago, there was a volunteer effort, with my unit included, that raised funds to help purchase this property, to donate it to the Park Service so that it would be preserved forever. And so that's what we did. I made a playlist for today, you guys, so I don't know what's coming up next, but I'm chilling and chatting and rock and roll. So that's with my Panasonic Lumix with a Leica lens. 10 years ago, my camera it had the best zoom in the world. Welcome to my treehouse. I think this was a year ago. No, last summer I met, yeah. Stay tuned because we're gonna be freaking streaming outside this year before it gets hot. A month from now, we're gonna be outside streaming and drawing and painting and drinking coffee. I have MSwarlords in my life now that check on me every week and they'll help me. And Dr. Greenbuds, our VIP moderator, is one of those. So I looked out the window, guys. I was sitting here streaming with you guys and chilling and gaming, and I looked out the window and I said, holy shit, look at that hummingbird, so cool. And I freaking grabbed my camera. I keep my camera right here, right next to me. And I got that hummingbird and I freaking slowed it down. And I was like, oh, this hummingbird comes out here about 2 times a day. And so that's out my window to the right. And so we're going to be streaming here so you guys can see the mountains and stuff behind me. The lighting's a little bit weird. If I stream over here, it's like I'm a silhouette, so I got to work some lighting out and stuff. Welcome to my garden, you guys. Welcome to the treehouse. We're on the 3rd floor up here. We're facing west out to the most ancient mountains in the world. The Appalachians are 10 miles away. 10 miles away is the National Appalachian Trail Museum and the halfway point of the 2,000+ mile Appalachian Trail. Can you guys tell that I dealt with a lot of tourists over the years? So we would dress out, as we call it, put on our living history gear. We go out to the battlefield every weekend and just talk to tourists, get our pictures taken, etc., etc. And so it's a nice place to live. Welcome to my abode. Thanks for tuning in. I think my camera was getting wonky. I've lost about 50 pounds since then.
Good morning.
Yeah, my camera's acting weird. Good morning, Warlord.
With you about multiple sclerosis, but I forgot. So that's your MS moment of the day.
I do MS moments on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook channel. I record my symptoms as they happen.
All happy, healthy, and successful in all that you aspire to achieve today.
Yep, we're going to be doing some good videos this year, this summer here on the battlefield. Some reenacting, some encampments, some living history. And my goal is to do it live streaming. The trick is getting physical assistance to get out of the house. I am everywhere. I am everywhere. I am in bird baths everywhere. Join me. Gnomes know how to party. You guys come across those powder blue, light baby blue, robin's egg blue, black seeds from those colored baby blue, sky blue, powder blue, morning glories. Don't eat the seeds unless you're looking for an all-day trip. Used to be Save the Whales back in the 70s. These days it's Save the Bees. We're all dead. We're dead in 4 months. If a virus knocks out the bees, we're dead meat. Won't be a human being left on the earth in a year. Pardon me. I put deodorant and everything on for you guys today. You're welcome. It's my daughter's bicycle. Maters, there's no ganja on my porch. It is not legal to grow weed here, even for medicinal purposes. Once it is, I'll never have to buy medicine again. Can you believe it's illegal for me to grow my own medicine? But it's legal for me to go buy it in a clinic. Tomatoes can help you with your symptoms, but you can't grow them at home. You have to buy them at the store. It's illogical to me. So I grew up with a dad who, if he wanted strawberries, he grew them. If he wanted milk, he bought a goat. If he wanted cabbage, he grew it. Boy, that was a good puff. Grape cake in the morning, baby. Rock and roll. Waiting for my homie Big Sleep to come in so I can thank him for that sub, and he's a lifelong friend of mine. Big supporter of me personally. Welcome to my morning. So we're out on my balcony just outside, about 10 feet away. My domain. What's next, Warlord? Gettysburg has some of the most amazing sunsets I've ever seen anywhere in the world. I've been just about everywhere except for Asia and Africa. And I haven't been to the South Pole, but I was born at the North Pole. I escaped, man. They freaking wouldn't kick down the cookies or nothing. Can you believe it? All those toys I made? Terrible. I joined the Krampus against the battle against Saint Nick. Beautiful. So, when we're sitting here chilling and the sun's going down over the Appalachians, and I often tell you guys, the sun's going down over the Appalachians about 5, 6 o'clock. That's about midnight over in jolly old UK. This is the view out my window to the right. It's beautiful. And so those clouds are over the most ancient mountains in the world, the Appalachian Mountains. 40 million years ago, those freaking mountains were freaking being beaten down. See that? I was all nauseated. I was all nauseated this whole time. What have we been on for? We've been on for 40 minutes. I've been sick this whole time, like my stomach wanted to turn. I took one puff of that grape cake right there. You guys saw me took that one puff. That queasiness, that nausea, it's already going away. Just from one puff of THC. Last year.
You guys look at it this way.
Shout outs to War Band.
The downside is that with MS, people need 6 months of counseling services to someone living with MS. The upside is the downside is somebody needs that. The upside is that if I get that service, I need that service. I would love to go to counseling services for my MS. So the downside is that me and people like that need a service like that. But the upside is I could live stream that shit. Could you imagine a live stream with me and a counselor who has half the degrees I do? You guys, it would be the best live stream ever. You guys, it would be rolling on the floor. The shit that I would say, this guy would be scribbling so fast he wouldn't know what hit him. So think about it.
That was fun. That was a fun night. I think that was our, we had our $500 goal. And so this was my first time out in my wheelchair ever. What did I do? I went down one of the oldest cross-country intercontinental highways, the Lincoln Highway, right? Yeah, rock and roll. So I was out for the first time in my wheelchair about a year ago. I got out, I think in May, for the first time in my wheelchair. I got outside.
Let's go for a walk. Pretty cool.
Thanks for coming along, y'all. Welcome to my front yard. Everything you see is a battlefield and a graveyard. Looks a lot different these days, doesn't it? As I'm sure Culloden does, or Catrieth. Or the Somerset Fens. Yeah, we're out back behind the country club. What was once a country club. It's still a country club. They have a pool and they have tennis courts, but it doesn't encompass this entire property anymore.
Boy, that was one hell of a workout.
Yeah, it was.
My arms are feeling it already.
Grandpa Snap, what's shaking? It is very peaceful.
My
Rock
mouth's still in
on,
slow- my
man.
mouth will always
Welcome
be in
to
slow
some
motion
peace.
from now on. It's bitching out here, you guys. We're in the Emmanuel Harmon farm, the Gettysburg Battlefield, across the road from my house.
Oh,
I live on the old Lincoln
Valerian, what's shaking? Why you change your name? I like your
that
name.
was the very
Grandpa
first
Snap.
cross-country attempt at a cross-country highway. Pretty bitchin', lots of blackbirds over there. Red-winged
No,
blackbirds.
I know you as two
I don't know
different
how well
people.
this is going to focus today. Hasn't been cooperating.
Good afternoon from the Gettysburg Battlefield. Welcome to my home.
Bitchin'.
Sharing some vids, drinking some coffee, puffing some puff. The magic dragon lived by the sea. And so this video was from my first time out in my wheelchair ever.
Another mile
on my
or two
own.
to go. This is like a about a 2-mile loop, 1.5 2-mile loop, and this is the old golf cart paths. This used to be a golf course back in the 50s, and it's the Gettysburg Country Club, and President Eisenhower used to golf here. So let's carry on, guys. Let's try to
Now
make it to the
imagine
pond.
where we're looking,
I haven't made it to the
51,000
pond at all
Confederate
this year. I
troops
haven't been
coming
over here
across
this year
that
at
field.
all. I tried to.
That's what was happening here
made it
July
about-
1st, 1863.
I made it about halfway over here with my walking sticks. I didn't make it. I had to turn around.
Exactly. This is right across the street, so the more preserved part of the battlefield. Exactly. Right on, Valerian. Now, where I live here in my building, in my community, is not really surrounded by anything but pastures, historical homes. There's not too much around. But where I live, right here, on this side of the road, on this side of Lincoln Highway, was once the Abraham Spangler farm. And this property that we're on here is the Emmanuel Harmon farm, which were my cousins, my distant, like third cousins, I think, back during the Battle of Gettysburg, 165, 166 years ago. And so the deer are always coming out at sunset, wondering what the hell I'm up to. He can't make me out, I'm pretty far away. I've got a killer zoom with my camera. He can't see me, but he can smell me, he can hear me. Come on, Warlord, you can do it. Push that rig. See, I'm telling you guys, if any of you guys got a lead, or a line on like Ivar the Boneless's chariot, like on Etsy or eBay or something, man, let me know. Yep. I feel a heist coming on, a hijacking. Can you see that shit? Ivar the Boneless's chariot. Where we are is day one of the battle, what we call day one, July 1st, 1863, bright and early, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. There was thousands and thousands of troops marching across this field. The 26th North Carolina, Alabama, Archers Tennessee Brigade, Heath's Division, Mississippians were engaging Wisconsin, Indiana, and Michigan, the Iron Brigade. And so the Iron Brigade was fighting Burgoyne's 26th North Carolina and Archer's Tennessee Brigade here on the morning of July 1st, 1863. And it's where I like to chill. It's where my ancestors chilled. It's where my ancestors fought and died. I have 24, I think 26 ancestors who fought here at the Battle of Gettysburg from both sides. Most of them were Confederates. I had one Yankee relative that fought at the Battle of the Wheat Field and Houck's Ridge. Come on, you can do it, Warlord. Holy shit. In those woods there's tons of birds and hawks and everything in those birds. A lot of bird watchers. The Audubon Society comes here for hikes and to take photos.
Welcome to the Emmanuel Harmon farm, my friends, and you haven't seen me over here in probably a year. My last walk was probably last September. There won't be too many more walks anymore. So I wish I had disc brakes to come down that hill.
Disc brakes on a
without
wheelchair
gloves,
are
it burns your hands up.
a necessity.
Let's go on.
Especially if you live somewhere hilly like I do. Going down hills, you have to freaking grab your wheels right with gloves.
An outdoor wheelchair is because I have no traction.
No traction.
These
on my
tires are for like hospital linoleum floors. These tires will eventually get trashed. So what I need is knobbies. I could put knobbies on there, but this is a heavy wheelchair. This is like 30 pounds or more. And so I'm pushing a lot of weight. An outdoor wheelchair is about 10 pounds. And it folds up, and this does not fold up. You have to disassemble it. So an outdoor wheelchair, the one that I would like, is about $2,600, and it actually folds up to about the size of a briefcase, with the exception of the wheels. But the wheels are knobbies, and the wheelchair only weighs 10 pounds, and it folds up easily. So I could easily get it in and out of the bus. And it also has knobby tires, so I can get across this. It also has disc brakes. So what you guys saw, isn't that a cool sticker? So, and we, my MS Warriors, were number 8 fundraisers this year for Stream to End MS. Well done, my friends, well done. Thank you for the support. Jord, Warband, all you guys, Jolene who donated. But in any event, you see I don't have disc brakes, so I've been braking like this, and that's not good. And then trying to steer left or right, my hands are sliding, and I knew I needed gloves, but I don't have any, so, and I didn't order any or anything.
I couldn't find my gardening
on.
gloves.
So that's why I need an outdoor wheelchair. I'd sure like to get out here in the mornings. But I need knobby tires. I have no traction. I need disc brakes in order to get down.
Those are Band-Aids. What's the
Also,
solution? A cure to end
outdoor
MS.
wheelchair, it's got like a rowing type of apparatus where I don't have to roll the wheels. It actually has a bar, okay, that I just push the bar and it propels the wheels. And so that's the big benefit to an outdoor wheelchair. So that's why I need an outdoor wheelchair, and I'll be posting a fundraiser soon. I'm begging
Later
you to
this
chip
year.
in. Even if it's just a little bit, it'd be a big help.
She cure multiple sclerosis first, and I won't need a wheelchair.
Almost there.
We're almost to the freaking pond.
Welcome to the Emmanuel Harmon Farm. My stomping grounds, my playground. Shot most of my videos over here the past couple of years. I've been here for 8 years. I've been visiting Gettysburg. Me and my daughter have been visiting Gettysburg almost monthly for 2 decades. We used to live up in Hershey, where I managed the landscaping crews there for Willy Wonka. So let's get to our spot, guys, and hopefully you'll see some little goslings and some butterflies.
Yeah, we see some cool stuff. Some blue herons, a bunch of blue herons hang out here, hawks.
Yeah,
and I
so
get
this is
lucky
a chore.
sometimes with my camera.
Going very slowly over this. Hope you guys are having a good day.
It's wet and bumpy.
So one of my friends yesterday told me not to roll into the pond by accident. I'll do my best. Mission accomplished. This was our goal.
So I'd like to set up an easel. I have a portable easel. I just need help getting over there and help getting back. I can't like get over there without supplies and set up a live stream right there in that spot. I'd like to live stream from right there and do artwork, live stream right
Guys,
there.
you've seen my
I just need
videos many
assistance.
times where I'm chilling out right here. Or sketching sitting under that tree. I always sit under that tree.
And I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna go fill my coffee up.
Boy, it's humid. So my goal, you guys, I have a portable easel. It's about the size of a small briefcase. I'd like to bring my easel over here. This is a great spot. So I'd like to bring my easel over here and my fishing pole, and I could chill out right here in the shade all day, and I could paint, and I could go fishing at the same time, and I'd like to actually live stream it.
Yeah.
Once I get a new phone activated that my friends generously afforded me.
Let's see what we're
because
looking
I don't
at
have
here.
a fancy smartphone that can options.
Right on.
Options, and I wonder what that is.
Maybe it's that heron. I bet you it is. There's a bunch of big great blue herons that hang out over here. And I saw something land in that tree, sitting right there on the left.
Land up there.
There he is. Look at that guy. Bunch of big blue herons. That's a big bird. That's a real big bird. He's a ways away, all the way across the pond.
Joggers out this morning.
I heard the Freddy Krueger music.
Neighbors come over and walk their dogs. It's nice.
Yep, I flip them the
It
bird.
used to be a golf course. Most of this stuff, when I look at the land, I look at it very differently than most of you. This was a golf course. I've designed
Horton
a few
Hears
of
a
them.
Who.
I can see what was planted in the last 100 years and
Most
is
of that
not
stuff wasn't
indigenous to
there.
this region.
And it was
what
put there
is.
when the golf course was built.
So eventually the Park Service will remove these non-indigenous plants in order to reverse the modernization of this property.
Historically,
to better
this would look
preserve
like
it so
a
that we can
pasture,
experience
a
history
field.
and see it
That's
and
pretty
walk
much
in it
it.
exactly as it was. Well done, Park Service. And Gettysburg Park Service has done an excellent job in that
All those
regard.
trees were not there. The pond wasn't there in 1863. So eventually, long after I'm dead, this will
But
not
I'd like
look
to make
like this
my
at
way
all.
all the way around. You go all the way around the woods, and then it wraps all the way back around here, and you guys always see that wooden bridge that I've been across. It's right over there. And then the paths go back up to Sydney Willoughby Run Restaurant and the golf course, the country club, and then back up to my house. Yeah, and so this path will wind all the way around, and then there's paths through the woods that I could traverse. Like I said, I'm going down a hill. I have no brakes. So it's kind of like your bicycle brakes, just sliding. So shout outs to all my friends,
Grandpa Valerian.
all my supporters. They love me.
So tell
I
me,
bring
my
them bread.
friends, what good memories are you going to make today?
So sweet. Beautiful day, isn't it, guys? It's only supposed to be, it'll be less than 85 today. It'll be hanging around 80. The humidity's like 80%, so I'm soaking wet, but the temperature's not too bad. It's bitching out, you guys. But see what else we can get into, huh? Maybe we can see some toads and some turtles. That'd be really cool. And I'll do a little short piece sometime about, another short piece, I guess, about what happened here, you know?
And I did.
Imagine January 1st, 1863.
July 1st.
Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of troops coming right through these woods. I'm interested in sharing the profoundness and the beauty of the land and what happened here. And unless you were here and you have a time machine, everything that you convey is conjecture. That's history, my friends. Boy, it sure would be awesome if we got a black bear, huh? Pennsylvania has the largest black bears in this hemisphere. Even bigger than Yellowstone and Alaska. Gettysburg also has one of the highest tick populations of any national park or national battlefield in the country. I think it's in the top 5. I got my first tick yesterday just being out on my deck. So let's talk more in a minute, guys. Willoughby Run, okay, where I live, Willoughby Run is right behind us, probably a couple hundred yards. And I'd sure like to get down to the water, but I can't do it in this wheelchair at all. It's impossible. If I have an outdoor wheelchair with knobbies, I'd be down there in a second with the rowers and the disc brakes. I'd be bitching. Talk all day. If you let me, let's carry on. And I'll probably post this whole video on Saturday morning. I hope you guys enjoy it with your coffee. And if you're coming along, thanks for coming along. If you're one of my personal friends,
Ditto,
I miss
ditto.
ya, and I'd love to see you. Everybody from Jennifer and Yuta over in Germany to my friends Sharon and Matt out in California. Jerry, I hope you're having an awesome vacation. Bob, get some rest. John, I hope your weekend's creative.
And thanks for those subs.
Better. And to all my MS friends, who's your MS warrior now? Check me out. I'm so glad to be outside. I'm stuck in that damn prison forever, it seemed like.
Yep, no shit. We still have a blizzard outside.
Drizzle, drone. Time for this one, too.
Time
Go
to
home.
roll,
My
baby.
battery's almost dead, so I'm going to get rolling, guys.
Thanks for coming along,
my friends.
Fun.
Let's go for a roll.
Welcome to the battlefield, guys. Welcome to the most famous small town in America. It's beautiful here. So why does a little town of 6,000 people in a rural county, because our county is rural, it's farms and pastures, why do we have 18...
my videos? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit like. Join my army.
We have 18,000 cases of COVID in this county. A couple of months ago, it's already gone up to like, I think 24,000. So how could such a little rural town, a rural farming county...
Multiple sclerosis, or MS, is a
Has so
disease
much
of the
COVID?
central nervous system.
Tourism.
In patients with MS, the body's own immune system attacks the myelin, which is the protective covering over the nerves of the brain and spinal cord. Canada has the highest rate of MS in the world, with approximately 100,000 individuals living with the disease. Most individuals are diagnosed between the ages of 15 and 40, and is 3 times more likely in females than males.
Yep.
When the body's immune cells attack the myelin, they cause macroscopic lesions on the spinal cord and areas of the brain. Depending on where these lesions are and the age of the individual, the symptoms that arise from the lesions can vary widely. Common symptoms include extreme fatigue, numbness, lack of coordination, and weakness. MS can be divided into 4 different categories. Relapsing remitting MS is marked by flare-ups of symptoms followed by longer periods of remission. Secondary progressive MS may develop in patients initially diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS and is marked by progressive worsening of the disease with or without periods of remissions or plateaus in symptom severity. Primary progressive MS continues to worsen with no periods of relapses or remission, but may present with occasional plateaus. Progressive relapsing MS, the least common type, continues with intermittent flare-ups of worsening symptoms along the way, with no periods of remission. There are a wide range of treatment options available to address the symptoms of MS. Individuals can choose between injectable and oral medications, most of which are for relapsing remitting MS. Injectable drugs include Avonex and Copaxone. Popular oral drugs include Gilenya, Tecfidera, and Aubagio.
A lot of people are using Ocrevus.
There is currently no cure for
Sativex.
MS. However, there are several options currently underway that show promise. One of these options is a combination of strong immunosuppression, such as chemotherapy, followed by a stem cell transplant. This effectively replaces the dysfunctional
We have
immune
at least
system
one
of the patient
friend that
with
hangs
MS.
out in the channel who has had that done.
MS is a complex and devastating disease that has taken years to understand. With increased awareness and sufficient medical attention paid to this issue, a cure may be in the future for all those living with MS.
What's happening, my friends? Good afternoon.
Welcome to the
From
Peace
Gettysburg
Monument.
National Battlefield.
We're
And
looking
I
over
got
towards
dropped
my
off in a
house.
different location today.
So that's where we're broadcasting from. Show you our treehouse.
And there's my shack right there. Right.
So that's
a little too far. But we are
Welcome to
on
my front yard. We're up on the Peace Monument, up on Oak Ridge, day one of the
Hill.
battle.
Up here at the Peace Eternal, the Eternal Peace Monument here in Gettysburg. And as some of you are aware, I was formerly in charge of turf, horticultural, botanical, and soil science, specifically agronomy and ecology, for Arlington National Cemetery back in the 90s, and they were one of my company's clients. And so you have all heard of the Eternal Flame at ANC, at Arlington National Cemetery. And so when JFK and his wife visited here at this location, but they loved this flame so much that when JFK was interred at Arlington National Cemetery, the eternal flame there at Arlington National Cemetery was indeed based on this flame. And so it's a bitchin' day out. I have about an hour of daylight, and as usual, I'm looking for hawks, eagles, and foxes. And there is McPherson's barn that you've seen in so many of my photos. And General Rhodes was up here on day one of the battle, July 1st, 1863, and firing artillery into the town. And there is Gettysburg College. Benner's Hill up yonder, there is Confederate artillery up there, right there. Let's see
That's
if I
a
can
couple
hold it
miles
steady.
away. That's like 3 miles away.
Yep. And that is way over yonder. In any event,
it's on the other side of town.
Today, is like a summer night in Newfoundland. It's 50 degrees. It's just starting to spit rain. It's not supposed to rain until tomorrow. My hiking buddy and my messmate, Private Gary, otherwise known as the G-Man or the Professor, just dropped me off. He gave me a ride to the store so that I could get a gallon of milk. And today's a good day. Today's a decent day. I feel like absolute dog shit. I want to vomit my brains out. My head is spinning. But I wanted to give a shout out to Sarah. And thank you for your kind words. And thank you for signing up to support me. I'm actually going to be able to do laundry this week.
Yeah.
That was out of the question 2 days ago. I'm eating like a normal human being.
My friend Sarah is no longer with us.
And be able to
she was a wonderful person.
capture some hawks.
And her illness.
And about
took
15 minutes ago, I was getting into the car in the parking lot when I was done shopping, and there was a big hawk sitting right there in a branch. And I'm like, man, where you been for the last 3 weeks? I've been trying to shoot you. And check it out. You can see the Appalachian's pretty good from here. And there's the ski resort. I wish I was there too, Ben.
Ski round top.
Glen Halleck, come on down with your skis. And you can see the mountains pretty good from up here. I'm up on Oak Hill. And you can see them right through that mist. And next snow, I really want to be out in the mountains at the shelter, and there's a shelter that I frequent often. It's an Appalachian Trail shelter, has an awesome natural spring. It has a brand new, this is one of those times where I want to vomit. It has an outhouse, a brand new one that the AT Conservancy installed, and so that's pretty awesome. And I'd love to be up there before it snows to do some photography and some video in the snow. And you guys, thanks for coming along with me. I actually have a lot of footage for the few of you that have inquired. I have a lot of footage that I already shot of a lot of sites that I'm very familiar with, and this is one of them. I already have the scripts written for the voiceovers, for my videos.
Excursions into the past.
And it's a matter of me being able to concentrate long enough
on my other YouTube channel, my Daryl Tunga YouTube channel,
to throw those little historical tours together.
Some excursions into the past.
And a couple of years ago, my daughter sat here and she knew who these goddesses were from what they were carrying and how they were dressed. And she gave me their whole story. But with my cognition issues, there's a lot I can't remember these days. And so sometime we're up here, and hopefully my daughter visits sooner than later. I haven't seen her since Halloween on my birthday. I will ask her about that again.
Whatever it is you are, be a good one. Abraham Lincoln.
But we're at the Peace Monument, and I'm going home way over there, where you see
the red roof.
That is the old Hares Ridge Inn.
Yeah.
Right there. That's the old Hares Ridge Inn. That's Hares Ridge.
Welcome to my home, y'all.
And I live right down in there in the apartments. And so I'm gonna get trucking. I've got about 4 miles to get home. My leg isn't doing too bad today. I'm walking okay, but better safe than sorry.
I wasn't in a wheelchair yet. This was the autumn before I ended up
If
in
you've
a
got
wheelchair
multiple sclerosis, man,
most
this is
of
a
the
perfect
time.
day.
It's a nice day.
Most
It's a good
people would
hike.
say that this is a shitty day, but it's 50 degrees out, light breeze, the spitting rain has stopped, there's no bright lights blaring in my face that makes the nerves on my brain hurt. And it's like so cool. It's so nice out. And so try to get some video of that flame up there. In any event, guys, I hope you liked my videos that I posted. I posted Field Notes Raw today, and it's just my raw footage of me out shooting critters with my camera and out in nature and the things I see. And I hope you put it on and I hope you enjoy it. There's no voiceover, there's no music. You're hearing what I'm hearing and you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Turtles,
And,
hawks, herons,
for those of my friends,
snakes, black snakes.
well over a dozen of you that are suffering with your hurdles, you couldn't get out today. I'm glad you came with me, and so thanks. And please, if you enjoy my work, you enjoy what I love to do, and you come along, please like my videos, please share them. Please invite your friends to like my Facebook page or share my videos from my YouTube page.
Shameless plea for support here, Warlord.
It's not about self-promotion.
Let's get hiking.
It's about me seriously trying to make a few extra dollars so that I don't have to mooch or panhandle off my friends, and I can actually go to the doctor and I can actually feed myself.
Wouldn't that be great?
You know, this is this isn't a joke.
So what do we do about it?
But you know,
getting by like everybody else. And eat more ice cream. Let's go tubing.
and so our walk home continues, and what a sight it is. Like I said, I live right down in there, but man, look at the mountains. Bitchin'. Welcome to Pennsylvania.
Can you hear me eating that Cliff Bar?
And I've walked that entire ridge, that entire top of those mountains.
That's the
along
Appalachian
them
Trail
ridges.
up there. North
Right
to
up
south,
there's the
south to
Appalachian
north.
Trail.
Cool beans.
I'm disabled and retired and sick and tired, and I really wish I was up there with the time that I have.
Poor Warlord.
But with what energy I have, and so that's really right out my living room window. It's just most times you can't see it.
It's a pretty day.
But,
all misty, spooky, awesome.
I have the time, but many times I simply don't have the healthy ability to get out. So when I do get out, it needs to be for something that I want to do that I find monumental, like time-lapse a snowfall.
Yeah, up in the mountains.
And so that's what I'm shooting for. I'm waiting for the next big snow. And
Look at
I will
that.
get a ride up there.
Most ancient mountains in the world. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. What a sight.
And get dropped off, and I'll be up there until I can be retrieved. Nice woman just stopped and she pulled over and she said, she goes, I just wanted to let you know you really blend in just like a tree. She said, I didn't even see you on the side of the road, so be careful. And that was nice of her. And I told her, well, I've worked outside for 30 years, you know. I'm half Ent, so what can I say? But you guys, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you enjoy this walk, and I hope you enjoy this video when I get home and upload it. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I might upload it tomorrow morning. See you soon. And that
Double day in. It's a B&B.
is the double day in. And that is where Abner Doubleday invented baseball and bubblegum at the very same time.
And this property that we are on is the Forney Farm. This is where Iverson's brigade fell. So when I tell you guys the Appalachians look nice out my window, that's the view out my window. We're actually a lot
friends,
closer.
It's getting dark.
It is.
And I am going to have to bid you adieu. Auf
Bunch
Wiedersehen.
of foxes dens in them woods right
And,
there. Bunch of big red foxes in there.
Gonna take a shortcut home. So we'll be going off the beaten path. And this small tributary runs right into Willoughby Run, right into my front yard. And so thanks for coming along for the walk.
That's a good
Short
sunset
evening
walk.
Wanted to take you guys with. If you're stuck in the house, sick today, that sucks. I'm sorry. And you came with me. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the walk.
Persevere.
And see you tomorrow morning. Have a good night. Be well.
Good night, Warlord.
Stay kind. All of you kind people out there, all of my friends out there. Thank you for being you. And I hope tomorrow finds you happy, healthy, and successful in all that you choose to do. Good night, guys.
Good night, Warlord. And I am happy to say that we are almost ready to partner with YouTube. Rock and roll! 21st Virginia Chalk Level Grays at Spangler Spring here in Gettysburg. And so this was my unit, and I just pulled my telephone out real quick because we don't have phones and cameras and stuff in camp, and the guys were getting on down, and so I just hit record on my phone real quick. Which, like I said, we don't usually pull our phones out or anything, but I really wanted to get Josh and Bill. That was our entertainment for the weekend. 4-day weekend, we had fun. So that's what we do. Yeah, we had fun. We had a good time. I think we're going to do Rebel Yell, and you'll see me right in the center of the front line. I think I threw that in here. We do that Rebel Yell. Rock and roll. And so this is what we do on the weekends. Lots of tourists. Too much COVID. There was no reenactments or anything last year at all. All events were canceled. All National Park Service buildings, you must have a mask regardless of vaccination status. That was a good weekend. We used to do that weekend. Yep, there's me with the brown kepi on. I think I'm the only one. Yeah, I'm wearing a brown kepi. Bill's wearing a blue kepi. Shooting my Enfield. Right on. That was one of my last reenactments. I can't remember what my last reenactment was with the 1st Pennsylvania Light Artillery Battery D at the Pennsylvania Monument for Pickett's Charge. It's probably 3 years ago, maybe 4. So I'm wearing the dark brown pants. I was probably 100 pounds heavier. Guys want to lose weight? Get MS. Hemochromatosis. I'll tell you what. Camping there all weekend, this ground right here is haunted as fuck. You wouldn't believe it. You'll hear shit, you'll see shit. Yours truly with the Enfield. British made. Love that Enfield. You see that? I got Max to bread bag in the front of my jacket. Rock and roll. Right on. That was a good weekend. I miss reenacting. So these days I'm going to be behind the camera rather than participating. I'll be behind the camera these days with our moderator. Irish Reb is the Sergeant Major of the Army of Northern Virginia, and he has formed the 8th Virginia, and we're going to be doing some excursions into the past videos and hopefully some live streams. I'll have assistance for that. Be able to make that possible with his help. That'd be great. Get out and do this, and I'll be behind the camera. Hopefully, my goal is to go live reenactments. That's my goal for this channel. It's gonna be great. Right on. Woo! That's a rebel yell. Hot dog. So where are we going?
Not long ago, I attempted to do a walk MS.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I went down West Confederate Avenue. My symptoms were very visible.
So I did another one.
Which is why I chose not to post most of the video.
You could see that I was really sick.
Slurring my speech.
Here we go.
All right.
So let's go.
Good morning from Gettysburg.
Out my front door. Walk MS.
Wants to go for a walk. Let's go for a walk.
This is probably my last big long walk.
And this is
so
where I live.
Roll, yeah. Welcome to my house.
West. This property used to be the Abraham Spangler Farm during the Civil War, during the Battle of Gettysburg. And this is the infamous Lincoln Highway. And this highway stretches almost all the way across the United States. And it actually goes right to my hometown. And I drove Route 30 all the way here to Gettysburg. So let's carry on.
Welcome to my town.
Here across the street, guys, is where I usually walk, and this is the old Gettysburg Country Club across the street from where I live. And Sydney, the restaurant there, is an excellent restaurant, and that's also the day spa. But behind there is where I usually walk, and that's the Gettysburg Country Club. Now this property across Lincoln Highway, back during
Decatur,
the Battle of Gettysburg, this was the Emanuel Harmon Farm across the street from my house. My apartment, I should say. And my second, third cousins from my mother's side of the family, the Harmons, lived here during the Battle of Gettysburg. And this is where I take a walk most of the time in my videos. But let's carry on. So, when you cross Willoughby Run, you will be officially on the battlefield, on the official battlefield. Of course, battles and fights and deaths were happening everywhere I walk. And so this is the run in my front yard. And like I said, once we cross the run, we're in the battlefield. And we are in Gettysburg National Military Park. And so in the wintertime, in the past, I've snowshoed through that hell. And if you can imagine, in that field, on the morning of July 1st, 1863, on both sides of this road, were thousands and thousands and thousands of soldiers marching into Gettysburg. Everywhere we are, there was gunfire, cannon fire, everything.
What did I miss?
So let's carry on. I got some cool stuff to share with you guys today. For me, welcome to my Gettysburg. I've been out for a walk on the average once a month since March. This is what we call day one of the battle. July 1st, 1863. This is where the first day's battle, the Battle of Gettysburg, occurred here. And this is my neighborhood. This is where I live.
That's a cow pasture to my right. It's hilarious. The cows will knock the freaking rail down on the fence and they'll wander out into the highway. It jacks up the traffic for an hour.
So if you'd like
oh, right on. This was my last walk MS. This was right before COVID.
We're going to go up to McPherson's barn,
so I did walk
Robert
MS.
E. Lee's headquarters, cut through the seminary.
And so I'm walking from my house downtown around the square and back.
It's
for Walk MS, and so I ran a fundraiser. Awesome. You may have even donated to the fundraiser. I don't know.
It's perfect. If you have multiple
sclerosis, I can't remember, but I ran a Facebook fundraiser and did my Walk MS.
I don't have any sunglasses. It sucks.
Got the Appalachians behind us.
But
poor Warlord.
I'm going to enjoy this walk. It's going to kick my ass for a few days. And we're at the ranger station.
And so that's the ranger station about. Funny story. So this is the ranger station about a quarter mile from my house because there's not much around my house. I live out on the edge of the battlefield. So what's hilarious is when my daughter would come to visit and she will occupy the bathroom for hours. My daughter will take over the bathroom. So I would jump in my truck and I would come down here to the ranger station to use the bathroom. Because I knew I wasn't going to get my daughter out of the bathroom for a while. And I had to go. So I just come down to the ranger station. So convenient.
Abraham Lincoln and Napoleon, they planned the little Battle of Little Bighorn right here in this restroom.
Gettysburg has the nicest bathrooms of any national park in the country. I guarantee it. I've been to all the national parks multiple times. Gettysburg has like brand new awesome bathrooms. They're like modern and everything.
And I live there. And so we're going to go cut around,
so
go down
this
to the town,
is Parisno.
come back up to the woods. Like I said, check it out. The battlefield's
Welcome to my
really
front
busy
yard.
today.
Awesome. There's General Buford. And this cannon was the very first cannon that fired the very first artillery shot of the Battle of Gettysburg.
That fired the first shot from this
You can
spot
see that out my bedroom window.
under the command of General Buford, who was portrayed by Sam Elliott in the film. General Reynolds was killed in the morning
and
of
so
the
this
first
is where
day's
the
battle,
first shots,
right
this is where it was
Earth's
going
woods.
down. This is where the battle started.
And so this is where General Buford said, the high ground. Wouldn't that
Sam
make
Elliott.
a good coffee shop in Gettysburg?
Heck yeah, man. Imagine a freaking coffee shop called the High Ground. It'd be like so popular in Gettysburg.
And you have
Sam
an
Elliott.
opportunity to
Have the
leave that
waiters dressed like
teenage kid
generals and stuff.
with that one memory from Gettysburg and
You
teach
tell
him
him,
something
Warlord.
or show him something that people
We
all
want
around
that.
who didn't even know or see. The high
That's
ground.
the whole point of living
Wouldn't that
history.
make a good coffee shop in Gettysburg?
Why we do living history.
Or you're a reenactor, a living historian, and you have an opportunity to leave that teenage kid with that one memory from Gettysburg and teach him something or show him something that people all around who didn't even know or see. Leave that young person with a really positive memory of their visit to Gettysburg. I was just talking to that father and his son, and I was telling them about General
That's the
Buford.
goal.
Showed them where the first cannon was that fired the first shot.
They were tickled.
They enjoyed that very much. And they were from Michigan, with all my Viking cousins. My friends, is the infamous and legendary young Ben Crippen. And Ben Crippen kept picking that flag up and picking that flag up and picking that flag up right over here at the railroad cut. So that railroad cut, there's a railroad right down in there that bridge goes over, and that railroad cut goes right down to Willoughby Run where I live. So the railroad cut, the Confederates came up the railroad cut, and a great big battle ensued in this area. Ben Crippen was engaged in the fights here, and he kept that flag held high. Teenage boy.
He was like
That's
13,
some
12 years
heroism,
old.
That's some bravery. A lot of folks out on the field
With all the
today.
Iron Brigade.
One rule
Michigan.
that if you guys visit
And
Gettysburg,
Illinois
you
was
should
fighting
know.
right here where
And
we're
for my
at.
friends back in Illinois, here's Illinois 8th, Illinois 12th. That fired the first rifle shots of this battle were
You
from
tell 'em,
Illinois,
Daryl.
right from our neck of the woods.
You tell him, Daryl.
Matt, James, Roy, you guys. Illinois, man, was right here. Guys from our neck of the woods, right from Illinois. Cavalry.
fun.
That monument, Illinois Monument, Abner Doubleday. Awesome.
Invented
The
baseball and
funny
bubble
thing
gum at
is
the
that
same
these
time.
monuments, a lot of them, the monuments are pointed the wrong way, okay? For example, this is day 1. Everyone knows that by day 3, the Confederates had pushed the Yankees all the way up into the hills east of town. So my question is, why aren't those Yankee monuments pointed the other way? Because they were retreating.
Yeah, they were running.
And that is your hilarious Civil War moment of the day. So there's probably a scout troop out there. The one rule I was talking about is, in Gettysburg, if you ever visit Gettysburg, you can go anywhere on the Gettysburg Battlefield. You can traverse across the fields anywhere you want on the battlefield, okay? Unless there are growing crops on a field. Then you should not cross the growing crops on the field. So stay out of big agricultural fields. Aside from that, you can go anywhere in Gettysburg. There's old historical homes out on the battlefield. You can go up and check out the homes.
Don't peek in the
Respect
windows.
people's privacy, because people do live in the homes, and they're usually park employees, rangers, restorationists, that sort of thing.
Park police live in the homes.
And we are headed up to the Widow Thompson's house there in the distance, and that was Robert E. Lee's headquarters. But Robert E. Lee actually camped on the right side of the road, and there was local women and teenagers who were holding up in the Widow Thompson's house during the battle. And so more about that in a bit. Let's cruise through the Widow Thompson's house. Awesome. Thank you, American Battlefield Trust.
Welcome
Awesome.
to Robert E. Lee's headquarters, which
I'll make
kind
it
of
through.
really, kind of wasn't really.
And my
kinda
friends,
was
welcome to
his-
Robert E. Lee's
kinda wasn't
headquarters.
his headquarters.
It's
He
an
actually
awesome
camped
day.
in the field across the street. There were women that were in
See,
the home.
check it out.
That were being guarded from the battle.
Even
They weren't
Austin
prisoners.
Powers loves Gettysburg.
Austin's in the doghouse.
And so the Widow Thompson lived here during the Battle of Gettysburg. And many of the women, the civilians that were caught up in the Battle of Gettysburg, ended up staying here and were fed and cared for and protected by Robert E. Lee and the Confederate Army. And so my second, third cousins actually spent the duration of the battle here in this home. Let's carry on.
The Meade School.
The Meade
named
School.
after General Meade.
Obviously named after General Meade, the commanding Union officer of the battle here. It's a beautiful building. It's a hotel now.
And now we're in town, a couple miles from my house. Yep, we're at the Ghetto Mart. We have our very own Gettysburg Ghetto Mart.
We are at
lovely town.
probably
Love
my
Gettysburg.
favorite restaurant in town.
Heck yeah, Gary Owen.
And this is the Gary Owen Irish Pub, and they have excellent food, and they have excellent brews, and it's a really cool place to eat inside there.
Yep.
And so if you're ever in
And so
Gettysburg,
if you visit me in Gettysburg, we'll probably
morning,
go there.
go right ahead. Just making a video for friends.
I just have to
About
get my
favorite
ass in there. I
restaurant.
think
You
I'm going
guys
to have
have a
my
good day. So
private
Gary
entrance in
Owen's
the back.
awesome. They have some awesome food. But every time that I ask them for lamb stew or soda bread, they don't have them. And those are two Irish items that any Irish restaurant or pub should have. But I have a date. See?
Yep.
There's even hearts on there.
Yep, with Melly.
So I have a date with my top secret lady friend, and we will probably go to Gary Owen Pub like we always do, sometime when she is available. And things are going to get crazy, and we're going to get up on a table and make wild animal noises. So stay tuned for the video. We're almost to the square, and I've never showed you guys the square on video. And so we have some nice coffee shops that are fun and popular. It's a lot of fun. Good morning. What's up? How you doing, man? Good. How's your grub? Awesome. Have an awesome day. You're speaking my language.
Gettysburg's a college town, and it's a very touristy town. So we have
Vape
people
stores
from everywhere, from all walks of life.
The 1-7-Eleven downtown. It's nice here,
Every
you guys.
day,
I'm
you
glad I
never know
can show
who
you
you
this
might meet
today.
and where they might be from. You never know what historical
A lot of
character
live
you might
tunes
encounter
town,
in the
and yeah, it's
streets.
busy like this. There's a lot of people, a lot of tourists on the weekends.
The
At
light
least
was
this
really
is kind of
bugging
like
my
a
eyes,
normal,
so I was wearing my
non-COVID
Elvis
Gettysburg
glasses.
day. So it's as if there's no COVID-19 even going on.
The streets had started to fill back up on the weekends. Politics
So I'm
is the
down
last
into
refuge of the
populated
scoundrels.
downtown Gettysburg, so I masked up. I don't usually wear a mask because I probably see 1 or 2 people a month, and that's it. But I'm masking up now because there'll be a bunch of people down here walking around. If I get COVID-19, there's a 93% chance that I am dead meat. So years ago, when my daughter was little, there used to be a Civil War church right here, and it was made out of wood.
Oh, dude, like one of the
And the pastor
Draharans
there
with
would
the
have a
mask
Sunday
on.
Civil
Oh,
War
those
service
bastards
that people would
last
show up
night.
wearing
Oh, those
their Civil War
Draharans. Oh,
living
those
history
bandits were
impressions.
just
It was
kicking
really
my
cool.
ass.
I think
We're gonna
about
get
10
them
years
back
ago,
though.
it burned down.
There was a nice little Civil War chapel right in there. It was all made out of wood, right?
It's a really cool store.
Right, where we were at by that Lutheran church, right between the two buildings, about 15 years ago, there was a historical little wooden, it was like a pavilion, but it was an outdoor wooden historical Christian church. And so people would do the Sunday service dressed out all in Civil War garb. And anybody could go and attend the service every Sunday. And it was done by reenactors. It was totally cool. It was a reenacted, open to the public church service. It was neat. It was really fun. And it burned down like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 5 years
They've
ago.
got stuff in there from every war.
It's all wood.
You'll find stores like that all over Gettysburg.
Any kind of history that you want to reenact, Hollywood comes here for their extras. This is the living history
Coming up
capital
is
of
the
America.
best part.
We might
Ain't nobody wearing
meet
masks
Sherlock
down here.
Holmes going down the street. We might meet General Eisenhower, somebody portraying historical people at any day of the week. Might go to a restaurant, sit
I'm going
next down to
avoid
Abraham
people
Lincoln.
with my mask off. Welcome
Yeah,
to the
COVID was
square.
bad at this time. I think Walk MS Gettysburg was canceled. And
This
so
is
I
the best
ran my
part.
own fundraiser and I did Walk MS on
So
my
coming
own.
up, you guys, this year I want to make it down here
I
for
need
when
a
they light
haircut.
up the Christmas tree. And so
My
we'll
hair's
light
out
up
of
a great
control.
big giant Christmas tree soon. And
Somebody
I wanna get down
made a
here and film that. You
donation.
guys would really
Mercator,
like it.
thank
It's a
you
lot
for
of
the
fun.
donation.
We've had some really cool parades down here. Remembrance Day.
Dude,
is
thank you
coming
for the
up. I imagine
donation.
that the,
Parisno.
I imagine that the parade's probably been canceled.
Shut up, Warlord. You got a donation. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the donation. Gracias. My phone just lit up. Oh, dude, sing it. This is the official giant anthem of Paris. Parisino. I'm telling you. And so what are we trying to do with this? Is this the one? Is this the one?
Multiple sclerosis is a
I think this is the one. It is. Yep. My different scenes. And so that's what we're shooting for. And I'll tell you what. Hanging out with the other Stream to End MS streamers, man. Some of the streamers are making so much money. I'm telling you what, every year we're doing better and better, and we're raising more funds to help cure this fucking illness. So thank you, Hail the Chief. Thank you for that donation. Oh no, no worries, man. You've always supported the MS Society whenever I've run a fundraiser. You've always donated. Thank you. That's freaking Parisino battling MS, man. I ain't shitting ya. Dude, thank you for Parisino. I don't use banks. It's against my religion. I've never used a credit card and I've never had a personal loan. How about that? I've never owned or used a credit card. I've never had. I don't engage in usury. Boons. A true pagan doesn't engage in boons. Dude, thank you for that donation. Thanks very much. I think I had some music. I did, right here. There we go. Awesome. Credit is a total freaking scam. Credit has ruined our freaking country. Me and the FBI lady took me to the store, and she'll be in our chat. She's a VIP. If you see Blondie in the room, that's the FBI lady. Her icon will be a badge. An FBI badge is actually it's her ID. She damn it, I forget. Oh, we were talking about this just the other day, you know, usury and boons and credit and loans. That's what we were talking about. She asked me, I asked her, I said, what would you do if you won the lottery? You know, and she was talking about, you know, some good deeds and stuff, and she was surprised at my answer, and I told her, I said I would find out what all of my friends, what their debt is, and I would pay off all my friends' debt. So all my friends would have a clean slate. They'd have no debt, and then they could choose not to engage in credit or usury or boons ever again. You live by your means, whatever that means. Yeah, I don't have the FBI lady. The FBI lady was a financial investigator, and she's also my landlord. She said she couldn't find me in the credit system because I've never used credit. I don't believe in it. So yeah, things are really different where I come from. This right here. Dude, I'm trying to get these to curl. It's gonna be awesome. And thank you. So where are we at? I gotta get some little gnomes, right? I want some little green gnomes right here. Man, I'll tell you what, those freaking bandits and shit were kicking my ass last night. You must be getting ready for a stream. It's Sunday afternoon, isn't it? I can't remember if it's Saturday or Sunday. It is Sunday. You should be getting ready for a stream, and I'll probably be joining you shortly when you stream your dev stream, if you are indeed doing your dev stream today. And you know what would be the bomb diggity? Is if the Parisino community saw the Parisino lead dev playing Parisino, because that's cool. I remember your first stream that I tuned into. We should take a look at your stream. Let's do that. Let's see what you got going on over here. You were working on your map. You were working on a map. You were actually working on Parisino on your dev stream. There you are. All I have to do is go like this. Yep, that works. I'm trying to stay. Oh, look at this. Check you out. Rock and roll. Let's look at this. Yeah, buddy. Look at. Oh, get back over here. Let's check it out. Let's check out the Mercator. Yep, we gotta check this out. We gotta check this out. Yep, hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Awesome. Check it out. Come on. Nice. Here we go. I saw, there you are. Dude! Hail the freaking chief. Awesome. Looking healthy there, son. Like the shirt.
Almost 1 a.m. I think daylight
Almost 1 a.m. You are a freaking night owl. Check it out. Awesome. Mercator in the house.
I do need to get a better sword.
I love this. This is what I like to see. Dude, your first stream that I ever tuned into, you were actually making the map. You were moving stuff around and everything. I thought that was cool. I want to start an army of the Snow Walkers. Garrison an entire fortress full of Snow Walkers. Make a faction of the Snow Walkers. That would be a freaking challenge, wouldn't it?
We'll use them as fodder. It's fine.
I love it. I like watching you play.
Items. 23. Those are better than mine.
Yozo, I think his name was Yozo. He was hanging out with us last night when I was playing Paris now.
Got my strength at the 16.
He was such nice company, and he found my channel through your dev channel. So thank you. I guess we were hanging out last weekend when you were doing your dev stream, and so he hung out with us last night, and he was so knowledgeable about Paris now. He's played a lot longer than I have. And he had such great comments, and he was totally along for the Parisno adventure. Mercs for 4. Me too. That's what happened to me last night. I bought them for 3,000. Remember? Last night I bought those mercenaries at Suit from. I got the clubbers, right? From Rock Soul, his name was, the mercenary guildsman in the pub. And then shit, I was just trying to make it down to Pakal. But that's all right. The thing is. You know, it's not warband. I had to remind a couple of people of that last night on my stream. I think that because there was a few people asking why are things like this and why are things like that, and I remember when I first started playing Parisno, you and Tofu had continued making the comment that it's not warband, and that's a simple logical response. Because it's not. Don't expect warband in this mod. It's that simple. That's why I don't call it a mod. Because when it's changed that much, it's its own game.
Just some small.
Because you can't. It's not the same. It's just really not. You know. So it's not Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man that was turned into Galaga. It was Galaga that was turned into Space Invaders. And yes, I'm being complimentary, and maybe I'm a little biased, but I love Parisno. I love playing Parisno. And so rock and roll. I love looking at this. So dude, thanks. It's cool hanging out with you, man. Check it out. Just don't fart. Please don't fart. Please don't fart. I'm down here. Mercator, I'm down here. I'm right down here. Don't fart on me. So dude, I'm freaking, I was so far in my giant playthrough, and I love the Snow Walkers are awesome.
Help Kratos in some way fight that.
And look at these freaking dinosaurs, look at them. Oh my God, they're like little baby dragons, right? And yes, they do kind of look like the baby dragons when the dragons were young on Game of Thrones. They look like young dragons. The freaking dinosaurs with tie-dyes. Those one guys are riding freaking Triceratops. Are you shitting me? That was freaking totally cool. I want a Triceratops. I want to ride a Triceratops. Are you shitting me? Check it out. I hope you don't mind that we're watching you play. Oh yeah, dude, right on. I'm glad people follow me into Parisno because that's where I like to hang out. Parisno has a nice community. Parisno community is very mature. Parisno community is very polite. Look at these guys. I love it. I love the steeds. You have all kinds of steeds in here. I love the wolf knights.
I wasn't. I didn't.
Look at that freaking snow walker. He's freaking trying to get him. He's trying to attack him. He's trying to take on those freaking fearless wolf, those fearless freaking snow walkers. They're fighting for their lives. Shit. What did we get? We went up against 1,000 freaking Draharans last night. There was like 160 of us. We went up against like 1,000 freaking Draharans.
I shouldn't even bother. Thanks, Bridget.
Oh, you got it. You're welcome. I think she, we met her recently again. In our new play, Your Money or Your Life. What did I miss? Rock and roll, dude.
I'll solo these guys.
Awesome, awesome. Mr. McCater. Check you out, Mr. McCater. Check you out, Mr. McCater. Check you out. You must be hosting me, thanks. Cool, that was fun. Awesome, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. I host you too. I think Twitch hosting's working because sometimes I check my channel and it doesn't look like that. It should. It's supposed to, but sometimes I'll check my channel and it's not hosting anybody, and then I'll do it manually because mine's set. It's supposed to automatically host my host list, and there's about 6 of you guys with the MS Society and some MS streamers. But sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But I have it turned on. I know it's on right. Yeah, I hope so. The Twitch studio is excellent, but it's such a resource hog. It's too resource intensive to even consider using. Yeah. Yep. You missed breakfast. I should say brunch. We had breakfast tacos, right? Yeah. Eggs and sausage and cheese and Tabasco. Breakfast tacos. Jimmy Dean sausage and some eggs and some nice cheese. Crazy good system when I feel it. Oh, right on. That's what I'm using. Stream Elements is I'm not using shit. Everything I'm streaming, the surplus extra peripheral videos that I'm running, everything is using 9.6% of my entire resources. That's it. With Stream Elements. I'm running 4 media sources, and Stream Elements ain't using shit. My entire system's only using like 8% right now, 10%. Where with Twitch, before I migrated everything using Twitch was using 50-60% of my resources constantly. My whole system's not even using 10 with Stream Elements. That's the difference. 40% difference in resources. Twitch should buy Stream Elements. Twitch should buy Stream Elements and hire Stream Elements to be their software and app development team for Twitch Studio. It's too heavy. It's easy to use, but you pay for it, and it's because they are archiving data. Everything coming in, everything going out for marketing purposes, so they can sell you Coca-Cola and Levi's jeans. I love Twitch Studio. I can do so much with it, and this is so much more tedious to use, and I am limited in what I can do with it. If my subs continue to grow, where my subs are going to go, first and foremost, are to finance a new computer. I have to have somebody finance it for me. So that's a hurdle I have. Amazon, man. Yeah. Amazon, yeah. Yes. And I like Amazon. Amazon is a great service for people like me, for disabled people. Because if I was really in a pinch where I couldn't get, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I most often couldn't get anybody to assist me to get the things that I needed or wanted. Most often needed. And that's where Amazon came in. If I needed something, I could have it delivered the next day. Rather than having to rely on somebody to get something for me, which people are busy. I didn't have a support person then, and I do now. So Amazon is, to me, people who are disabled, that's a valuable service. It is. Like Netflix, Amazon, I'm all about Amazon. I love the whole thing, man. Sign me up. You got Twitch, you got Amazon, Audible. Where's my t-shirt? So, I need a mouse. I can get a mouse for $13, $18, and this is the perfect mouse for me, $20 Logitech. Get it delivered the next day. I don't have to get out. I can't get out. I can't leave here without assistance. I'll freaking fall down and kill myself. So Amazon rocks. I love it. I love services like Instacart. I can't afford those services because I'm poor. But when I can in a pinch, it's most helpful. Now, if I can just get somebody, I can get some, 50-year-old, Chinese widow over here making me some food, 50 years old, single, I'm set. Asus products. Now, this is what my wife told me, okay? My wife, if you ever go to USPS.com, she designed that website. The Blue Eagle that you see on the postal vans, she designed that. So she used to work in a top secret building. I don't even know what she does with technology these days, my ex-wife. She used to work with holographic computers 20 years ago. Now what she tells me is that all that hardware, regardless of the name, is all made by the same company. So your Asus stuff, she says it's all made by the same company. So she's like, save a few bucks. It's made in the same factory. So I'll take her word for it. She's been involved in like high-level government stuff. Yeah, that's what she said. She says it's all made by Asus, or she said Acer, or one of those companies. It starts with an A. She says it's all made by the same thing. All the NVIDIA, PNGs, everything. And so, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, I was kind of hinting around to my daughter. My daughter wants to do something at home with technology, and I'm like, hit your mom up. Your mom will point you in the right direction. She's been doing it for 20 years. Right on. Hell yeah. Well, you found what you're looking for in juice too. Horsepower. Right on. I can chat and we can keep hiking. Should we keep hiking? Look at this guy. We're right down on the square, man. So on the weekends, before COVID, I should say, before COVID, there's farmers markets here. There's a big farmers markets here. And the Mennonite, and it's a lot of the girls come out from the Mennonite farms and they got the best stuff. Because I know they're not using garbage on their freaking crops. They're not putting synthetics in their soil. Right on. And so I miss the farmers markets and going downtown. And so I'd like to come down here on the square at least once a week and hang out and live stream down here on the square. I used to come down here on the square every morning before work, and I'd have some coffee and some donuts. There's some nice bakeries down here, and just hang out and live stream. Wouldn't that be fun? You don't get it. How don't you have over 1,000 viewers? I do, but not right here on my channel.
It's one of the biggest national events of the year. Is the
but
Remembrance Day parade
there's
here
like
for the Civil
that
War.
MS Society will
I believe November 18th to the
host
21st
this.
is usually the dates.
So
but I
don't
imagine
know,
the
but
parade's
thanks.
been canceled this year because of
Some of my
COVID-19.
videos on YouTube do have
Welcome
like
to the square. Let's take a
30,000
walk
likes
around.
and
there's the
30,000
infamous
views.
historical Gettysburg Hotel, and that has
Come
a
on,
beautiful
Twitch.
ballroom in it. And I hope I can show that to you guys
I
sometime.
love Twitch.
A lot of nice
you know,
little coffee shops right here on the square.
Dude, if I had
Let's take a look
1,000
around a
viewers
little
on
bit.
here, you
So
would
this
be
place has
very
changed up.
busy because I'd
Keep
really
in
need
mind, I've probably been downtown
a
once
moderator
this
who's
entire
like,
year. I was probably
this is where I'd
downtown
like to
once
hang
last
out.
year. I spend most
In my
of
wheelchair
time out in the battlefield
and
in the
hang
woods,
out and
so I
talk to
don't get
people
downtown very
and
much.
have coffee and
I also
donuts in the
don't drive
morning
and I
and
don't
live
have
stream
transportation.
right here.
But boy, the square sure
This
is
is
nice,
where
isn't
Santa
it?
Claus sits.
So I used to, when I was healthy, I used to walk down and I used to chill out and I used to get donuts and coffee. There used to be a little bakery and coffee shop in there, and I used to walk down here with my iPad and I used to chill out in the mornings because
And
I
I'd like
didn't
to
work
live
very
stream
far.
from
My
here,
biggest
this
client
square.
was the Brick House Inn, which is the 13th best bed and breakfast in the United States. And I took care of that property. I was the master gardener there for a couple of years before I got sick with multiple sclerosis. And so this is where I finished up my career.
Sour.
And that is the Blue and Gray restaurant, and they have excellent hamburgers there.
And thank you for the nice words, dude.
And that
Thank you for the
building
compliment.
is where the photographer Gardner took, that was his photo studio when he was here in Gettysburg, taking what would turn out to be probably the first actual photos of a battlefield or war or carnage that had ever been seen by the American public. And so I'm sure he worked on his photos in this building, but that was his studio. And I see two reenactors out today. For all you Christians, my Christian friends out there, Christmas is coming, and you guys, this is going to look awesome.
Christmas
So,
in
if I'm
Gettysburg is
healthy
like a
enough to get
walk
out,
back in time.
Tune in and see what I have to share with you here in Gettysburg for a very Civil War.
There's
Norman
nothing going on this year
Rockwell-esque
because of COVID.
holiday season.
There's really
Very
no
nice. I don't know how much further
festivities,
I'm going to get.
unfortunately.
It's the old Majestic Theater,
Gettysburg
and it
at Christmas
beautiful
time
in
is
there.
something
It looks like
to
a movie
see.
theater from the 1930s.
Yeah, you're walking back in the 1800s Christmas time. It's awesome.
One of the really
Everyone's
cool
walking
things
around.
about the
It's like a
Majestic
time machine.
is that during the summertime, they have 1 month where classic movies are played on the big screen. So you can see Jaws.
Behind
you
me
can
at the
see
Majestic.
E.T., you can see Gettysburg on the big screen, on the great big silver
Close
screen.
Encounters,
Really historical,
Star Wars
old
on the
red
big
velvet
screen.
and dark wood theater in there. They have a few screens in there. but
Every
it's
day
really
of the
awesome,
month, I think it's in
to watch
June.
all those old classic films in there. And they
War
are
Games,
95 years
E.T..
old this year. That's awesome.
It's a beautiful
And that's the
theater.
old
It's all red
Gettysburg train
velvet in there
station,
and
isn't that?
everything.
It's just an awesome building. I'll try to get over there and take a look
It's
inside.
like a 1940s
Isn't
movie
that just
theater in
beautiful?
there.
It used to be yellow.
So they painted it back to its original color during the Civil War, which was white. And this was closed for a long time. It's back open now as a museum.
The railroad depot was built in 1858 in the fashionable Italianate villa style. This railroad depot and its attendant telegraph line afforded Gettysburg with modern-day transportation and communication. The Battle of Gettysburg expanded its use for unanticipated purposes.
The 1860s, that Italian architectural style was very popular all over the country.
Sometime, huh? That sounds awesome. And did you know Ike lived here? So I still have several videos I'm working on, guys. Thanks for your patience. Forney Farm Day 1, Oak Ridge Peace
Yeah, I
Monument.
get out when I can, and I get out a lot
Peach
less than the
Orchard and
last
Trossel
year.
Farm. I have a lot on my plate. I'm doing my best. I have no medicine today, so as the day goes on, I'm probably going to deteriorate a little bit, and I'll be okay tomorrow.
Watch
And
the
to all
horn
my
growth
friends
coming
again
out of
who
my
donated
head.
to my birthday
Antlers,
fundraiser,
right?
Thank you
It's
for
not
the
a giant
medications
helmet.
this month.
Yep.
Guys, it's Kadori Toys, and this is
Coolest
probably
toy store in town.
the coolest toy store that you will ever see.
It
And you
is.
see those nesting dolls? My daughter collects those nesting dolls. But this is the coolest toy store in town. You love it.
Mikader, are you
Morning.
streaming today, or are you already streaming? I looked at your channel.
So let's
are
look
you
at
doing
some
your
cool
dev
stuff.
stream
So you
today?
see this building?
It's the Wills House.
This is where Abraham Lincoln wrote the Gettysburg Address. So this is
And
the
that's
Wills
where Abe
House.
stayed.
This is where Lincoln wrote the Gettysburg Address. And another tour that I want to do for you guys, I want to take you to the cemetery, and hopefully this year, coming up soon, it may indeed be this weekend, that we'll be doing here in Gettysburg the reenactment of the Gettysburg Address. And so if I get a chance, I get a ride, I'm
canceled
able to
because
get
of
down to
COVID.
that, I will film that for you guys. And that will be awesome.
The square's nice, where we're at here. Now, back during the Civil War, this would have been called the Diamond.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, you're welcome. Friendly people. So check it out, you guys.
When I show you guys that webcam and I go live
You
on the
see
cam,
right
the
up
cam's
there?
up there on top
And
of
that
the blue and
coffee
gray.
can looking thing up on the
Sometimes
chimney?
I show that cam on Facebook.
There's a webcam up there, and so you can look at the square on webcam, and if I find the
play
link,
that for
I'll
you
post
guys.
the link with the video. And you can look down here at the square in all kinds of different seasons. It's awesome.
Let's take a look. Let's see if I can find it. Take a look at that down on the square from the cam. Yep, I'll show you. There it is. Awesome, from the holidays. Right on. So that's where we're trucking. This is a little holiday video I made for my Facebook friends. I think I put it on one of my YouTube channels. Christmas and New Year's in Gettysburg. Welcome, welcome. Cool, thank you. I'll be tuning in. I'm gonna have to take a break and I can have lunch and hang out on your dev stream. See what you guys are up to. Oh, right on. Pac-Man? Pac-Man, I'll accept that challenge. I'll accept your Pac-Man challenge. Fun, fun. I accept that Pac-Man challenge. What are you streaming today? Less dev
Check
stuff?
this out,
Any
guys. You'll
dev
love
stuff?
this.
Check this out,
This
guys.
is
You'll
Dirty
love
Billy's
this.
hats. Okay, Dirty Billy has probably made the hats for most of the films that you have ever seen. Okay?
Indiana Jones.
He made Indiana Jones's hats for the Indiana Jones films. He made my kepi for my Civil War impression, 2 of them actually. And he used to have these green drapes in here. And my daughter and I used to joke all the time that the green drapes were the green drapes from the film Gone with the Wind. And they very well may have been. But this is Dirty Billy's. If you're gonna get a hat and you're interested in reenacting, definitely stop into Dirty Billy's. He made the hats for the Gettysburg film, Gods and Generals, you name it. And so that's what that is. And this is our library. And it used to be my daily haunt until I couldn't get out of the house anymore. 87 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Do you remember reciting that in front of class in high school?
Yep. So this is my church. It's the library.
You know, I'd sit out here and I'd just talk to people going by and I'd leave them laughing every time.
Let's try it. Tourist
But I'm not
buggies.
going to make it all the way down Baltimore Street. From this point, south, north, west, east. From this point south on Baltimore Street is really touristy. Ice cream shops, t-shirt shops, lots of ghost tours. There's ghost tours happening right now. Civil War tours going on.
Right on.
And
thank you, man.
Next time I'm in town,
I didn't have the energy to make it all the way
once I
down
can start
Baltimore.
using the bus, I will take you guys down Baltimore Street and show you guys the most populated touristy area of town. It's very interesting, but it's very
We'll get
touristy.
down there in our wheelchair this year.
I'm not really
We have some
interested in
assistance.
tourism here. I'm more interested in the history and the woods and the fields and the forests and the battlefield. But I still wanted to show you guys. Most of you, most of my friends have never been here, will probably never ever be here, visit here. So looking forward to sharing it with you guys. What's happening, guys? Good. What are you guys going to see today? Awesome. You guys have fun.
Going to get scared.
I get out for a walk into town, I'll wear my Civil War uniform. Comment below, do you want to see me in Yankee or Confederate? Or civilian farmer?
It's your call,
choice.
McCater. Thank you for the donation. Are we going to
Wherever
do
in
Yankee?
town
We
and
should
you
do
want
Iron
Thai
Brigade
food,
from Michigan.
I have heard far and wide that this Thai restaurant is excellent. I've never eaten in here, but every one of my friends who has said that it's outstanding. And
I
it's
still
here on
haven't eaten in that
Buford,
Thai restaurant.
which is Route 30, which goes to my house. Ernie's Texas Lunch.
Yeah, so I'm about out of juice. I had to head home.
And I'm heading home. And I'm not going to take the bus because I wanted to take you guys on my full commute into town and back. And so I'm going to
Walk
head back
MS.
through the battlefield and through the woods.
Our Walk MS was canceled, and so I did my own Walk MS. A lot of people did individual Walk MSs.
And
Because
so we're
we
up
did-
here on the other side of the Lutheran Seminary here in Gettysburg, and I'm on my way home.
This guy's a great master
One
gardener.
of
He
the
has
things
always
that
puts
I
together a
didn't
nice
state when
garden.
I started the video is that if you're somebody who's never watched my videos or you're not acquainted with me, I have multiple sclerosis, so I may talk a little differently. It's not because I'm high or drunk.
Wow,
And in my little trip
yes,
into
you
town
are.
just now,
Yes, you
there were
are.
a lot of people that I was engaging that were looking at me like there was something wrong with me.
Yeah,
And the only thing wrong with me
that
is
happens
MS.
these days. People look at me, they think I'm drunk.
But we're going to hike through the
And it's
seminary.
rare that I ever drink.
But before we do, check this out. This little
Check
back
it out.
porch, this little veranda here. It's where President Eisenhower used to come and have cocktails
Happy hour.
at cocktail hour. So let's go check out this beautiful
High
home
tea.
and the seminary. So what happened here on day one of the battle? Carnage, bloodshed, death, destruction, horror on the grounds of this Lutheran seminary. One of the things I think I like about Gettysburg the most is even though I'm in a fairly modern neighborhood at the moment, most of this modernity was not here in the 1860s. Yet, even so, the majority of what you see here in Gettysburg, out on the battlefield, in the woods where I go, in my videos, all of my videos that you have seen out here in Gettysburg, I am taking you through probably some of the best preserved and restored ground in American history. And I think personally that's what I love about it the most. Is the places where I go, horticulturally and botanically, I know what I'm looking at. And what I'm seeing is horticulture and environment and ecologies that are sometime between the 1730s and 1900. So when you're walking through Gettysburg, a lot of what you see, and that's all modern, when I'm out in my videos walking through the woods, that's what America looked like, the United States, I should say, looked like 150, 60, 200, 300 years ago here in Gettysburg. When I come around a bend on the battlefield and I see something like that, I know what I'm looking at it. It's as if you're in a state of awe. You're going back in a time machine. You're looking at the land and the landscape the way it was 200 years ago. So bravo to the Park Service for their efforts. And if you're someone who has ever donated to preserve American history or a battlefield, thank you.
Now, if we cure MS,
And that, my
I can
friends,
go
is the
back to
cupola.
preserving
I'm
the
gonna get up around
battlefield.
here. This walk is going to put me on my ass for a couple of days in my house. But that is the cupola up there at the top of the seminary.
The dome.
Again, where I mentioned earlier that you saw in the film Gettysburg, and where the actual General Buford was up on that cupola, spotting Confederate troops coming into Gettysburg. Original rebel, Martin Luther himself. Truth is mightier than eloquence, the spirit stronger than genius, faith greater than learning, Luther.
He doesn't look anything like Ralph or Joseph Fiennes.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was something else. When Martin Luther kicked the Pope all the way back to Rome at the Battle of Waterloo in 1758, that's some American history right there.
Fun, fun. This is a nice museum. This is the Lutheran Seminary here in Gettysburg on Seminary Ridge, and this museum is something that you should put on your bucket list if you do indeed are planning on coming to Gettysburg.
So in the
Take
basement
half a
here,
day
the basement
to poke
was a
around here.
morgue.
It's a nice museum.
Across those fields the Confederates came. July 1st, 1863, this building was full of bodies and wounded. Full.
The
Piles,
basement was
mounds,
filled up.
Heaps.
Bodies everywhere,
Across
in piles,
those
size of
fields.
Volkswagens.
So imagine standing out here, seminary, July 1st, 1863, and you see 50,000 troops coming over McPherson Ridge. There's McPherson's barn, General Reynolds Monument where we were earlier, and the Emmanuel Harmon Farm. This is day one. This is where Reynolds had his troops trying to fend off the invading Confederates. And so imagine hundreds of thousands of men crossing this field, trying to kill each other, and those basements filled up pretty quickly. But we're going to cross the field, we're going to head through Erbst Woods and then back to my place, and our walk will be done. Beautiful day. We're almost home. Seminary's up yonder, so this is how far we made it. And thanks for coming along for this walk with me into town and back to my place on Willoughby Run. Feet of the day. I think I'm at 6 miles. Pretty damn good for a disabled guy with multiple sclerosis. And so what kind of carnage really happened here? I'm going to tell you what kind of carnage really happened here. I'm going to give you a few numbers. And so this is the monument to the 142nd Pennsylvania, and I've done living history with the 142nd Pennsylvania at Harper's Ferry National Park, and a bunch of really good guys in the 142nd. And so the 142nd here, imagine this is the battle line, this road, and many of the roads were a battle line, or at least where soldiers had formed up. So imagine this is all Yankee troops. over here through those trees, that's the Harmon farm that is across the street from my house. That's where I usually hike and share my videos. On the old Harmon farm, McLean farm. My cousins burned that barn down over there back in 1863 on July 2nd. So you have all these Yankees up here holding this line. You have all the Confederates coming through those woods, okay? This unit, when everything was said and done, and I just told you guys that that basement of that seminary over in the distance was full of bodies, most of those bodies were from this unit. And if any of my friends from the 142nd want to correct my details, please do. I might be off, okay, on a few things. But the story that I recall as best as I can with my memory is that basement, the only guys who survived this day one battle, okay, from that unit, the 142nd PA, I believe was their commander and maybe 2 guys. This entire unit was wiped out here on that day, that July 1st, mid-morning, brunch time. That whole unit, everyone you knew in that unit except for the CO and maybe 2 more people were gone from this earth on that day. And that's what happened right here where I'm walking. So that's pretty hardcore, isn't it? That's death, that's destruction, that's carnage, that's hell and horror. So there was maybe 3 people that survived from that entire 142nd Pennsylvania. So let's go over and talk about General Reynolds. And if you ever come to Gettysburg, this is likely where you will find me. This is where I usually do living history whenever I feel like it. And that's one of the bonuses about living here, is that I can leave my house and about a mile away, I can hang out over here with my friends or my daughter and our living history impressions, which are outstanding, by the way. Okay? So we can come over here whenever I want, and I can talk to folks and I can tell them what happened here and what the people, the citizens of this town endured and dealt with, and what the soldiers, 26 North Carolina Archers Brigade coming through those woods, and all these Yankees here, and the hell that these men went through on that morning. And so this is where most folks find me when I did living history consistently. I've not given up on living history. I love doing it. I probably shared 3 dozen facts with people today on the battlefield, just walking around. It's what I do. I am that guy in your town that will walk right up to strangers and I'll make them laugh their asses off. But if I can leave one kid
pull my finger
with a good memory from Gettysburg,
right.
Mission accomplished. Day 1 of the battle, between breakfast and brunch time, General Reynolds was right here. It's unfortunate that the ash borers, we had to start taking these trees out. You notice I keep saying we. 27-year habit's hard to break. So General Reynolds is up here on his horse. Imagine. You're sitting there on your horse. You're looking in those woods. And you say, drive those fellows out of those woods. And that was General Reynolds, and he was talking about the Confederates coming through the woods, about that's where we're going to go, that's my way home. And General Reynolds is sitting here saying that. He's looking into those woods. He gets popped in the neck by a bullet, falls off his horse, he's dead. And that's what happened. He was offered the command of the Union forces prior to Gettysburg by President Lincoln, and General Reynolds turned it down. He turned down the command. I can't remember why he turned it down. Perhaps he didn't want the responsibility that General Meade unfortunately had to take. And so General Reynolds was right over yonder, took a bullet right in the neck. Nobody knows who shot the bullet, if it was a stray bullet or a sniper bullet. And many people have asked me, lots of people have asked me from far and wide where this is. General Reynolds' wounding spot. But this is Erbst Woods. This is where the Confederates came through on day 1 and engaged the Yankees here. Seminary Ridge and the Seminary in the distance. We're on McPherson's Ridge right now. I'm going through Erbst Woods. A lot of folks call it Reynolds Woods, but I believe it was my friend April Erbst's family owned this, her relatives, in the 1860s. I still call it Erbst Woods because, as my dear friend pointed out to me, that this is what it's really called, is Erbst Woods. And so we are a mile and a half, 2 miles from my place. We're almost home. Before I was sick, I used to take this commute every day. Even though I had a truck, I like to walk, I like to hike. It keeps you healthy. And so now is the best part of my trip home. And I didn't need anything. For the first time in 2 years, I've gone into town and I didn't need anything, thanks to the kind generosity of my patrons and my friends for my birthday. I have soup, bread, chicken, milk, coffee.
Food is good.
Burgwin, the boy general.
Let's get to the
one of my heroes, General Archer, Tennessee Brigade. All those Harmons and Tungats from Tennessee. And the infamous
24th
Iron
Michigan
Brigade.
Iron Brigade.
It's those black-hatted fellows again, is what these boys were yelling when they were engaging the Iron Brigade. And you guys have seen my ghost video. I was right over here on day 1. And I've told you previously what happened here. You guys having a good day? Awesome. So 20 minutes, all right? These North Carolinians and these Tennesseans under Archer
what's happening?
were fighting the infamous Iron Brigade, all right? So these guys sat here from there to here and through those woods and through these woods, shooting at each other from this range. That's what I've been told by experts. So, okay, and these guys were killing each other. So, by estimates, in 20 minutes, 8,000 men died right here, shooting at each other.
Same.
So let's roll on.
I'm doing
down to
pretty
my front
good.
yard and Willoughby Run, and we are almost home.
It's going okay. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little sick, but I'm all right. Enjoying some videos and some afternoon lunch and coffee, hanging out, and welcome. And thanks for saying hi.
If you're ever out here at night, it's pretty spooky.
It's very spooky.
And again,
welcome
guys,
to the
thanks for coming
Gettysburg
for a walk
Battlefield.
with me.
Welcome to where I live. And so we're back out of town and we're headed back home.
So you all remember my earlier statement where I said I spend most of my time on the battlefield rather than in the touristy town? You all know why.
And so here on the morning of July 1st, 1863, the Iron Brigade was engaging the 26th North Carolina, 24th Michigan, 26th North Carolina. And this property changed hands probably a dozen times. And this is where the first skirmishes, battles, engagements of the Battle of Gettysburg began. We're right here on Willoughby Run. And so this run, this creek, this stream is right in my front yard. I live out on the battlefield.
Did you see that? Multiple sclerosis hero of the day.
No shit, I made it across the run. I can hardly walk and I'm on my canes and I made it across the run. I'm a freaking superhero.
Best part of the walk.
Yep, best part of the walk. Welcome to the Emmanuel Harmon farm on day 1 here on the
Hooey,
battle.
boy, this is nice.
Gettysburg Battlefield, right on.
See you in a minute. Is this cool or what?
Very cool.
I wish you guys were here, I really do.
It's very pretty. Film never does it justice. Photos never do landscapes
First word
justice.
that comes to mind when I cruise through here is primordial.
It is. It's untouched, protected, preserved. It's awesome. And not too many people go where I go on the battlefield. I go off the beaten path.
This side of the
when
run
I could
call
walk,
those Harmon
when I
Woods.
could
The
walk
other side
normally.
of the run are called Erbst Woods or Reynolds Woods. And so we're back in my neck of the woods on my ancestral cousin's farm. That's right, my ancestral cousins lived here on this farm across the street from my place. It's called the Emanuel Harmon Farm. And those are
Mr.
ancestors
Electron,
on my
how are
mother's
you
side of the
doing?
family. Well, boy, that was one excellent walk, and I'm going to be on my ass for 3 days. Maybe a day. Bring me a bagel. Thank you. And so, as you guys may have remembered, this here lovely path was a golf cart path that President Eisenhower used to come here and golf here. But imagine President Eisenhower golfing over here, riding his golf cart here. This place looked very different after World War II. This was a golf course and a country club. In 2011, this property, I believe, was purchased outright, mostly by the foundation, by the Gettysburg Foundation. However, sorry about that. However, there were many, many reenactment groups, reenactors and living historians, who donated tens of thousands of dollars to the effort to purchase this farm and preserve it for American history. And so it was purchased through volunteer donation dollars and then given, granted, gifted to the Park Service so that it could be preserved forever. And hopefully this pond will be gone. This pond was not here. This is a golf pond. Now, if you're me, and you've been doing what I've been doing for 30 years,
right on,
and you look
awesome.
at this, you know what is native,
Super.
and you know what was planted 70 years ago. And a lot of this
Yep,
was not
Momos
here.
and
It should not be here. It
Peaches.
was put
I
in
was
as
hanging
part
out
of
on
the golf
Momo's stream
course
yesterday.
Landscape blueprint.
Those guys are fun.
And
with
so this
Super
is where
Dad.
I come often, guys.
Awesome.
And we're almost home. And thanks
Yes.
for coming along for this walk with me again.
Awesome.
So that battery in my GoPro is dead, so I'm switching to my
Dude,
other camera.
thanks for the smiles. Right on.
We're almost home. We're back on the country club at the day spa. And boy, it's a beautiful day
Oh,
out.
I
And
love
across
it.
the street is my place and the
We're
Abraham
almost
Spangler
home.
farm. And again, we just came through the Emanuel Harmon farm.
I don't know if she's
Headed
streaming
home, my
right now or
friends.
not, but I was hanging out with her stream yesterday.
And if you guys came out for this treacherous hobble with me, Danke schön. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this
coming
is
for
when
this walk
COVID
with me.
when COVID first began.
If you
and I
watched the
wasn't
video,
in a wheelchair all the time then.
thanks
and I
for
was
watching
talking
my video.
more normally then.
If you like my videos,
If you like my videos,
please click
send
the like
me
button.
a donito.
Please click subscribe. If you click that subscribe button, you are being instrumental in saving my life. That is not a joke.
Warlord.
Okay?
Shameless
if I had
plea
enough
for support.
subscribers on YouTube,
I can't wait to go to Valhalla, son. Where are we going? What else we got? Oh, this guy again. Holy shit. Let's see some nature. Here we go. Rock and roll. Come on. You can do it, YouTube. Oh, 8 hours ago. Right on.
Spoke of death as Heimgang, or homegoing. And so the snow flowers
8
go
hours
home
ago?
and they melt and flow into the sea, and the rock ferns, after unrolling their fronds to the light and beautifying the rocks,
That was a
roll them
long
up
time
close
ago.
again in the autumn and blend with the soil.
Back out in the battlefield in my
Myriads
front yard.
of rejoicing living creatures, daily, hourly, perhaps
I'm reading
every
from
moment,
John Muir.
sink into death's arms. Dust to dust, spirit to spirit, waited on, watched over, noticed only by their maker, each
I must
arriving
have
in
been
its
in a
own
coma this
heaven-dealt
morning.
destiny.
I was hanging out with her yesterday on her stream.
All
Fun.
the
They were
merry
good
dwellers
company.
of the trees
I am
and
too.
streams,
I've been having a hard
and the
time all
myriad
day.
swarms of the
But
air,
I'm
called
okay.
into
I'm having
life
a hard
by the
time, but I'm
sunbeam of
okay.
the summer morning, go home through death, wings folded perhaps in the last red rays of sunset of the day they were first tried.
Trees towering into the sky, braving storms of centuries, flowers turning faces to the light for a single day or hour, having enjoyed their share of life's feast, all alike pass on and away under the law of death and love.
That used to be a trolley bridge. There used
Yet
to be a
all
trolley
are
that
our
went through the
brothers, and they
battlefield.
enjoy life as we do.
Those stones.
They share heaven's blessings with
Used to
us,
go over the
die,
run
and are buried in hallowed
100
ground.
years ago.
Come with us out of eternity and return into eternity. Our lives are rounded with a sleep, and the snow is melting into music.
The snow is melting into music.
From John of the
Muir.
Mountains, the unpublished journals of John Muir, 1938, page 107.
Right on. Cool, I am following Mr. Electron. You are hilarious. I am negative literally. I'm checking out your channel. Awesome, dude. I wanted to make sure that I have you followed. Awesome. And the best part of my day is good company. Sharing some of my field notes videos, excursions into the past. Oh yeah, man, for sure. Thank you for the thanks for the company. That's the best part of my day is I can come on to Twitch and I know somebody will be chatting within a few minutes. So this is my front yard. This is Willoughby Run. So there was 10,000 men, 20,000 men fighting here in the morning of July 1st, 1863. And so right up the run, not far at all, is where we are now. And so shit, I made it. I can hardly walk, but I made it. Hell yeah. That's a type of crocus, is what that is. It's like rubber grass, but it's a type of crocus. Beautiful. It's preserved. Welcome to the battlefield. Everywhere we are is a cemetery.
Another perfect
it's a graveyard.
It's a perfect day.
It is. Thank
if
you.
If you were
it
in
is.
Muspelheim, it's really hot,
Muspelheim.
like a sauna there. Hanging out with Freya and Sif. Drinking some of that mead of poetry.
Yeah, Odin.
It's a nice
The
day in the
mead of
battlefield.
poetry.
Thanks for coming for a walk.
That's the Iron Brigade monument. And the monument before me that was kind of orangish red was the 26th North Carolina. So 8,000 men were slain here in about 20 minutes. They were shooting at each other almost point blank range. Most haunted place in the United States. Mile for mile. I've seen some creepy shit out here. Awesome. So what's for dinner, y'all? I don't know if it's dinner your time, but it's 3 o'clock here in the Gettysburg Battlefield. And I don't know what we're going to have. Maybe just a potato sandwich. Banana, peanut butter, honey, and granola sandwich. We could just have ice cream. Ice cream's good for you. Cures everything. Doctor Who says so. And he is a doctor after all.
And this is where, if you remember,
You're out
watched my
west, right
video,
on.
I had my
I hear ya.
late afternoon, full
probably make
apparition
some soft-
experience.
Some soft tacos. Soft tacos.
You
Walking
see, I told
Dead.
you I was famous. They have my picture everywhere.
See that
All
everywhere.
over
The
this
guy
park.
with the cane. Oh yeah, tacos every day. Dude, if I lived on a deserted desert island and I had a magic cooler that would give me a never-ending supply of one food, tacos might be that.
And we were just on
Or
the Harmon
watermelon.
farm,
Fried
and
chicken.
we
Cheesecake.
crossed Willoughby Run.
Ice cream.
Where I live, during the Civil War, Corona keeps the weirdos away. But across the street from the Harmon farm where I live,
We're about to get
during
freaked
the
out by a
Civil War,
big-ass bird.
was the Abraham Spangler farm. And if you're familiar with Gettysburg, that's a well-known name. The Culp family and the Spangler family were big families here. And that great big owl, I posted several photos of that big owl about a month ago.
I don't remember when I shot this video. I was going to play just some straight up nature.
And he's usually
without my
right in this area
commentary.
where
I'm
this
about
dip
to get
is.
freaking lit up by some freaking big ass bird.
And he's usually very quiet.
Freaked me out.
And the last time that I saw him was only because I saw him flying overhead.
We're in
The
Erbst
sun's
Woods
going
on
down, it looks
McPherson
like
Bridge.
already.
Appalachians in the distance.
The clouds are picking up.
We're about 10 miles from the Appalachians, from the halfway point of the
I
Appalachian
saw a few
Trail.
people out. Just, oh, damn, look at that. Holy shit, check that out.
He just came down and landed, so I saw
What were you
big
doing
wings
down
like
there?
coming right through. He's a big turkey vulture.
That big sucker. That is
I saw big wings out of the corner of my eyes, just like swooped
Look at
down
the
through
size
the
of
woods.
you.
This big ass bird sitting there.
That's a big old turkey
I
vulture.
I don't think I could focus
If my
very
camera
well.
would focus. There we go.
Yeah, he's big.
He was just down there on the ground.
Yeah, he got something. He was like
right
eating a
underneath
rabbit
those
or
dead logs
something.
down there.
He was eating
I
a
was
snake or a
walking and
rabbit or
talking, and
something.
he was like, holy shit.
And he's like freaked out. Yeah, jumped
That
up,
thing's
flew around.
huge.
Yeah, it's big.
That's as big as a small dog. That's longer than my arm.
He'd fly off with the dog.
But he was right down in there.
He was eating something.
Put you in my oven. Yeah. Check
That was
you
good.
out.
I don't know where else I was going with that video. What's next? Here we go. Rock and roll. Welcome to the treehouse. Come on, you can do it. Yep. Welcome to my treehouse, y'all. Yep. Almost time to plant those seeds. Oh, dude, always. Goals. Mercator is live. Goals, solutions. Solutions, solutions, solutions. I hear ya. Right on. I'm on the 3rd floor, so that's my balcony, and my view is the Appalachians Mountains here in the Gettysburg Battlefield. And so I'm
This is Kaiser Soze.
out on the battlefield. I'm not in town. So there's
Check it
like
out,
an
guys.
apartment,
My
couple
vines
apartment
have gone
buildings here.
360
And
degrees
so
full circle.
that's my treehouse, man. Now that I'm in a wheelchair most of the time, I have to have assistance getting out of the house because of multiple sclerosis. It's dangerous to walk a lot of the time. So fortunately, I have the experience and knowledge, and this was my career. Growing things for Uncle Sam. And I like to have a nice place to chill, you know. If I can't go far, I should make the near grow far, you know. So right on. have a nice place to hang out. It's still my goal of being able to live stream out on my balcony. So I'll try to set up some more cameras this year so I can roam around a little bit.
Have an awesome day, my friends.
And when I'm cruising
Safe.
around my house and I'm trying to get stuff done, I'm in my wheelchair most of the time. If I'm chilling here with you guys on Twitch and just hanging out, I'm sitting in my big fat ass astronaut chair. Right on. So thanks for looking. Welcome to the treehouse. Gettysburg does indeed have some awesome sunsets. Sunset over the Appalachians. And so we're here on Lincoln Highway, which is about the halfway point of the Appalachian Trail. And so Pine Grove Furnace is nearby with the National Appalachian Trail Museum and the halfway point sign and all that good stuff. It's nice having the Appalachians nearby, the most ancient mountains in the world. And so sunsets over the Appalachians, and where we are shooting this from is from where I'm at right now. So we're like right here, and that's a Gettysburg sunset. Sunset on the battlefield. We have bitchin' sunsets here. Dragons. So I love to film and look in the clouds, and what do we see? Dragons, dragons, dragons. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we're gonna make the green igloo this year, right? I was still walking there. It's like a couple years ago. Right on. So we get it all covered, right? So it stays shady in here because the afternoon sun in here is like a freaking atom bomb. It's like, holy shit, it's really bright in here. But if I grow vines, trumpet vines, mandevillas, morning glories, I can cover all that and get shade from my vines, right? And so I have that nice green light, that subtle light in here, rather than having, I don't want to close the curtains. I don't want to close the drapes. Vines are the solution. Dragons. Yeah, really? Oh yeah, dude, I would love to see that. I'd love it, love it, love it. Hell yeah. Rock and roll. Looking forward to it. Awesome. Dude, I'd love that. I'd totally freaking tune in for that. I think I sent you a friend request so I know when you're streaming. But I follow you, so it should pop up. Love that freaking ancient, freaking good old freaking Inca Aztec music, man. Listen to that. Ah, it's so nice. Good old traditional Inca Aztec music. I'm working on an Aztec Inca mod for Mountain Blade Warband. I'm overhauling all of the Mayas and the Aztecs and the Inca tribes, man. Oh, so freaking cool. Back in the 15th century, oh, it's bitchin'. And so this music, right on, it's so awesome. Some nice Andes music. Rock and roll out in the garden in the morning with a nice cup of coffee. I can't wait to be chilling with you guys out there, man, in the morning, having coffee, just chatting and hanging out. Right on. Eating maters and BLTs. That summer heat though, boy, I gotta get a fan out there. Rock and roll. Oh, somebody take me to the Andes, I'm telling you. Ooh-wee. Rock and roll, that's the view from here. Where are we going, Warlord? Can't wait, man, till I can't wait till the tulips come out. Tulips soon. real soon. We just had a blizzard. There's a shit ton of snow outside. We had like 2-3 days, it was like 60, 70 degrees, it was beautiful. And then we got slammed with about 3 feet of snow. It was nuts, it was like summer outside. And then we got a snowstorm, it was crazy. Just this past 7 days. It's like snow outside and everything, man, it's freezing out. It was like summer a week ago. Nuts. Yep, welcome to the Green Igloo. And thanks for hanging out on this Stream to endms occasion. Right on. Hedningarna. The music is Hedningarna, and that's traditional heathen music. Hedningarna means heathens. This is back in the 80s. Love those morning glories. Sorry it's buffering. It's looking a little pixelated, isn't it? Let's turn it up. There we go. I am everywhere. I'm in your bird baths. I'm in your gardens. Me and my red hat. Demon gnome. Those vines made it all the way around in a full 360, right? From both sides, they made it all the way around the entire balcony. The same vines. So you take a soccer goal net and you put it over your balcony, right? Like a awning from your gutter down to your railing, right? A soccer goal net, and then you grow all your vines over your chill space. And you got yourself a green igloo. Bjarken, our journey. Oh, it's Rado. Rado, and then we're gonna do Bjarken. I think I did a Bjarken video too.
We moved out into the pasture land, and our shadows stretched long in front of us. The grass had been cropped short by deer or cattle, yet it was soft and lush underfoot. A hawk sailed overhead, and then a hare, startled by our sudden appearance, sprang out of a grassy hollow and raced nimbly away. We followed a path edged with cornflowers, ox-eyes, ragweed, and dogwood. Behind us, shadowed by the sun's western slant, the woods looked dark. We were tired and ragged, but journey's end was in sight, and some among us even appeared cheerful.
Fields of milkweed, all in bloom, all purple and pink flowers, man. Fields of milkweed. It was amazing. At sunset, it was awesome. All that on the left there. There's tons of milkweed everywhere. As far as the eye could see, it was cool. Look at that. Astronomer. We should watch I think I do the solstice videos, right on. I do a lot of shooting the moon. And I am wearing pants. Right on. Let's focus. Let's see, Wallace and Gromit are having a cheese sandwich picnic on the moon and their grand day out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ah, let's go. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Awesome, awesome. Just like Granny Nola used to teach. That was a good night. I got lucky. I get lucky to see the things that I see. Right on. I'm glad we have cameras to share. Rock and roll. Very good night indeed. Cool beans. Where we at? Here we are. RR. So who's on, who's chilling, who's hanging? Hey, hey, hey. Awesome, awesome. Well, heck, guys. How long we've been on? And I'm going to be back, but I am going to take a break. Indeed, I am. I don't know who. Oh, right on. Dude, right on. Snow bomb. Snow bomb, they were talking about. Snow bomb. Oh, wrong chat. There we go. Snow bomb. Snow bomb. Dude, I have cog fog, like I'll forget stuff in like 10 seconds. So forgive me. Snow bomb. Right on, smoking your vape. What are you smoking? Smoker. Clash of high snow and wind from the west and east over the east coast. Oh yeah. Snow bomb was. Oh, now I'm seeing your sentence for the second time, third time. Was that the snow bomb? They, I guess, like meteorologists. I don't know. I don't watch the weather. I guess, yeah. Yeah, we got slammed like all day. Dude, I got up. Dude, I'll show you. As a matter of fact, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you. How about that? Let's see if we can do that. Let's see. Dude, I'll show you. I think this is, yeah. Check it out. Yeah, the snow bomb. No shit. Yeah, I'll show you. If I can find my video. Here we go. Cool. Yep, right there. Here we go. Snow bomb. Why is that not showing? There we go. Cool. Yeah, this is the other one.
TV, man.
This is just the other morning. I woke up and I was like, holy shit. The day before I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I had the windows open. It was like 70 degrees out. And then I woke up and I was like, holy hell. Yeah, so that was day before yesterday. So it still looks like this. It's melted a little bit.
Flurry of the year.
Yeah.
Boy, that was some surprise to wake up to.
King Henry the 13th, yeah.
Good morning from the Gettysburg
I've got grape
Battlefield.
cake.
Yep. Probably the last snow of the year, huh? And the guys are here and they're about ready to start plowing and stuff. And so again, today I will be streaming to endms.
Yes,
and we are running our annual fundraiser once a year in March to March to endms, March Together to endms 2022. Look at this awesome storm, you guys. It's bitchin'. And I'll be on my Twitch channel today, and I'll be raising funds for our annual fundraiser. And I'll be doing all kinds of things today, this weekend.
My
on
balcony's
Twitch channel,
covered in
guys.
snow.
And I'm not always playing games. I'm actually, most of the time, I'm chatting. 90% of the time. And so I invite you guys to stop by and please donate.
Charlie
if you
Chaplin,
can, to cure this illness
Marx Brothers,
that has adversely affected my life and the lives of 3 million other people, and some of you as well. And so please check out the link in my fundraiser and stop by my stream today, my broadcast, and say hello. And rumor is, there's Vikings on Twitch. It's true. I've seen them with my own eyes. There's Vikings on Twitch. There is. You guys have an awesome day. Please stop by, show support for what we're trying to do, cure this illness. And I won't have to use this wheelchair anymore. Love you guys. Big hugs. Please be safe if you're out in this today. All of you guys everywhere. And if you have donated to the MS Society to help cure this illness, thank you. Boy, I'd sure like to go camping today.
Let's go camping.
Awesome, awesome. Much love, you guys. Please make good memories this weekend. And shout outs to all of my patrons and supporters. Thanks for keeping me afloat so I can continue the battle against MS. And I'm doing pretty good today. My legs, I have an invisible dog biting my leg, but I'm okay. Talking in slow motion a little bit. But I'll be drinking coffee, probably sharing some field notes videos and some living history videos of my own from YouTube and chatting.
And I'll be playing
drinking
some
coffee
games
here in
later
just a little
tonight.
bit. I hope to see you guys on Twitch. I have my very own TV station, just like Mike TV. Awesome. There he is. Clint Eastwood, the father of Tommy Chong. You guys have fun. It's freaking freezing out here. It's awesome. Keep smiling, y'all. Be well, be safe, make good memories. Oh, this is awesome. The Cardinals are coming out. We gotta feed the birds.
That's outside right now. It's
Have
not
fun,
as
guys. Stay
overcast and stormy. It's kind of sunny out. Yeah. Yep, it's kind of sunny out right now, actually. But I am indeed going to sign off for a while, at least for a couple of hours. I'll probably be back on about 6 o'clock Eastern time, maybe 8, just depends upon how I'm feeling. But I'll be back tonight doing some gaming. Probably some Parisno. Right on. Right on. See y'all soon. You guys, thanks for tuning in. And Mercator and Parisno. Thank you for the donation from Parisno, from the Parisno Game Dev. Mercator's streaming. We should rate him. We should. I have to get something to eat and I have to rest. I don't know how many people are really hanging out. I never really know how many people are hanging out in my Twitch channel. It's never accurate. Right on. Ah, okay. Right. He's got like subs only on or something. So in any event, my friends, thanks for tuning in to another Warlord edition of Stream to End MS. Thanks for tuning into the videos. Thanks for going for a walk with me. Thanks for going for a walk MS with me here on the Gettysburg Battlefield into town. And Mr. Electron, thanks for the company. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for hanging out. And may your vapes treat you fine in the nick of time. And Makader, thank you again for the donation. And Makader's doing his dev stream right now. Big Holmes, good to see you this morning. Everybody else that stopped in, good to see you. Vile and Valerian, good to see you guys again. Rock and roll. All you Parisno fans. So my friends, I'll see you soon. Probably playing some Parisno tonight since it's Parisno Day, but I never know what I'm going to be in the mood for, so we'll see what's happening. Maybe Banner Page, maybe Viking Conquest, maybe Star Wars. We shall see. And so I'm going to go eat some happy tacos and probably catch some Uhtred, the Last Kingdom. Keep smiling, my friends. Please be safe wherever you may roam. It's your last chance, the last weekend to make some good memories, so make some good memories. Keep smiling. Be safe. Warlord, over and out.
Multiple sclerosis is a disease that impacts the brain and spinal cord, which make up the central nervous system that controls everything we do, whether it's taking a physical step or solving a complex problem. The exact cause of MS is unknown, but we do know that something triggers the immune system to attack the brain and spinal cord. The resulting damage to myelin that insulates wire-like nerve fibers is a disruption of signals to and from the brain. This interruption of communication signals causes unpredictable symptoms such as numbness, tingling, mood changes, memory problems, pain, fatigue, blindness, or paralysis. Everyone's experience with MS is different, and these losses may be temporary or long-lasting. Most people initially have relapsing remitting MS, where they experience attacks of new symptoms followed by periods of time when those symptoms go away partially or completely. Others experience gradual and ongoing loss of function without distinct attacks, which is known as progressive MS. MS can be difficult to diagnose, but once a diagnosis is confirmed by a neurologist who is knowledgeable about MS, there are disease-modifying therapies for reducing attacks and slowing down the damage. Growing evidence suggests that early and ongoing treatment with a disease-modifying therapy is an important defense against future attacks. There are also treatment strategies to address some MS symptoms. Options are still limited for slowing down or stopping progressive MS. Worldwide research is accelerating the discovery of how to slow down or even stop progressive MS, how to repair nervous system damage and restore function, wellness strategies such as exercise and diet that can help people with MS to live their best lives, and the exact cause of MS so that it may be prevented for future generations. To learn more about multiple sclerosis, connect with others to drive research for a cure, and to address the challenges of everyone affected by MS, visit nationalmssociety.org or call 1-800-344-4867.